Number 24 for the next.
Welcome, Iowa Central Triton Nation, to the broadcast right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. You are listening to Hank Ambrose on the call. Joined alongside me is my co-commentator, Derek Cudd. Derek, how we doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing great, Hank. I'm ready for some great basketball.
Great. We are going to get into some great basketball as we're diving into the 2022 portion of the 21-2022 season. And hey, this is actually the second home broadcast that we're going to be able to start up here heading into the 2022 portion of the season. So here we go. We got commentators back in the studio. I know this past week, at the beginning of the week, we didn't have any commentators. Of course, we were on break, but now we're back from the Bahamas. Me and Derek are ready and up in the crow's nest. We are ready to commentate for your Iowa Central Tritons as the girls and boys will be playing against Northeastern tonight. Derek, what are you excited for the matchup tonight, my man?
I'm excited to see. This is Iowa Central's first matchup since their first loss. So I'm great to see how they come back.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see just their first loss on the season, of course. We're underdogs, man. We came into the season unranked, but now that we're in the spot that we're in, we are in a great situation to really take the field by storm as we're going to win the opening tip-off with Nevaeh Galloway. Ashley Fountain going to move the ball towards the top of the key as we are underway. 4 quarters, 10 minutes apiece here over at Hodges Fieldhouse. Let's get right into it, Derek. 9:45 is on the clock in period number 1 after we just saw our turnover go on Northeastern's way as they are pushing the ball. Now, something to look out for this Northeastern team. Do a really good job with their backdoor cuts as they try one right there. Got to watch out for that. Always going to have eyes in the back of our head for the Iowa Central Tritons. As Jaden Frank will drive to the baseline, she will be blocked, and then also going to call her down. Not a foul, but Ashley Fountain going to pass the ball in under the Hawk backboard. Here we go with Fountain's pass. She's looking long. She'll go to Autumn Dykstra at the top of the key. Dykstra is going to roam to her weak side up the lane, but she will miss. It's going to stay 0-0. 9:15 remains in period number 1. Here we go as we move with the basketball now with the Hawks. Hawks jammed in the corner with one of the best defensive specialists in all of the NJCAA. As we see a three-point shot let up right there. It's going to be a 2-0 lead for the girls in red. That is Northeastern. That was a deep 2-point shot. For a second, I thought it was a 3-point shot, as that one flew right through into the Raptors, courtesy of number 15. That is Marta Pons. And the Tritons with back-to-back possessions where they turn the ball over. Tritons got to get back on defense. Here we go. It's 2-0, 8:45 remains in quarter number 1. Moving on the wing now before they pass it around the bend. Tritons got to get going early here as we've yet to see a point from them in almost 2 minutes of play. Jaden Frank going to pull down the rebound after we saw a missed shot off the hands of Ashley Hassett, working down the baseline with Fountain. Fountain going to drop it near the top of the key. Before they hit Carly West down low, and she hits it off the backboard. That is your team leader in points per game, folks, Carly West. As she goes east to west on that last coast-to-coast transition, lays it up with her left, and goes in 2-2.
And here we go, Carly West taking her first shot at the line. And first line is good.
Way to go, Carly West, as the Tritons take their first lead of the contest. 3-2, 8:05 remains in period number 1. If you just joined the broadcast, welcome. You're listening to Hank Ambrose and Derek Cudd on the call for your Iowa Central Tritons. As we move it around the bend with Northeast, they try to work to their strong side. That's their right side. But Carly West will poke the ball free right before we get into any more contest here. Passing the ball in now is going to be number 10 off of their end, Molly Davis. Davis goes haywire, going outside the brim, and now it's going to be a deep 2-point shot about 25 feet out, attempted by that time by Lorna Maxon.
I thought that was a great try there by Galloway.
That was Galloway, really good on offense when it comes to pushing the basketball in transition. She threw up a layup, just going to get it to hit the soft spot of the backboard as we're going to see Northeastern take the lead right back. 3-4, 7.5 to play in the first quarter, and Galloway's pass going to go over the head of Autumn Dykstra. And the Tritons starting off the game in the first 2.5 minutes with 4 turnovers already. 2 of them just mental mistakes off of their end. Tritons, look at here, Derek. They're going to switch up their defense now, running a full court press as West tries to poke the ball free. She won't, but it was a great shot contest by Nevaeh Galloway as they kick it to the corner with Frank. Frank with a hop jumper. She won't let it fly, but Galloway will. She missed the first time, but you bet she won't miss the second. 5-4, 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. As we move with the basketball, Galloway's down in the paint. Watch out for her. She gets another defensive stop alongside her buddy, teammate, Autumn Dykstra. And now roaming around the bend off the other end, it's either we're going to stop you on defense or we're going to score right in your face with Carly West. That's exactly what happened right there. Carly West has a total of 5. 7-4 early for your Iowa Central Tritons. Here we go, 6.5 to play.
Even though the Tritons are down, they're still doing really good defense right now. Both teams are actually doing really good defense.
And if you notice this past drive, they switched it up on offense. They had all girls go back along the perimeter. They all wanted to try a three-point shot. I know they love their backdoor cuts, and when you have 3-4 wing players along the perimeter, there's a lot more opportunity to fake it and go around the back door, drive the baseline, and pass it in for an easy 2 points, or with a spot-up J from beyond the three-point line. 7-4, 5:55 remains. Galloway gets her hands up and blocks it, her first of the game. And now here comes Jade and Frank, passing it back to Carly West. West in transition down to Fountain. Fountain pops it up from the corner, no good. It'll stay 7-4, 5:45 remaining in quarter number 1. So far, Derek, what are you seeing that the Iowa Central Tritons are doing on offense you're liking?
On offense, they're doing really good ball control, and they're finding a way to the lane.
They're doing a good job at finding their way to the lane, as that was aggressive play backed up on defense. Triton's one of the best teams in all of the NJCAA Division II women's basketball programs from around the Iowa or Midwest area, at doing a good job at creating turnovers, turning the ball over. As we see our first substitution of the game, it's Taylor Mckinney. She's going to check in for Carly West, who hit the ground hard. She's going to be checked out on the side, make sure she's okay. She might have cut her head open. She appears to be okay from where I see her on the bench. So we will resume the action here. It is still Northeast ball with 5:25 remaining in period number 1. 7-4 is the score. Moving out towards the top of the key. Northeast now on offense, doing a good job with their ball movement. Their off-ball movement is very well. They got to keep that up if they want to stay in this ball game. And right there, they did a great job at creating a shot, getting open. They popped it that time with their shooting guard, Molly Davis. She can't connect from three-point land. Is Frank trying to get a go-ahead basket early? It's not going to work in her favor. It's going to stay 7-4 with just about 5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. So nice deep three-point shot that time. Attempted by Destiny Epps, who's a 6-man on this Hawk offense. So we see her do a really good job at shooting the basketball. Kind of like short shooter. She gets out there, does a really good job at attacking the rim on defense, actually. Kind of one of those groundhog type players that once they come out of their hole, she can get up, get the ball, and bring it back down with her. 7-4, 4.5 to play in the first period. Triton's going to be backed up on defense. Haven't let a score happen in about 3 minutes of play. Here we go. Dykstra covering about 5 to 6 feet off near the top of the key. That seems to be the trend around all Triton defenders, as Frank gets a hand in the face that time of Lorna Maxon. Maxon is going to be on a cold spell. She's missed her last 3. Working around the bend from long range. There's that groundhog shooter I was just talking about, as the Hawks tie it up at 7.
And here we go. Ashley Fountain bringing it down for the Tritons. To Dykstra. Dykstra for 3. And right off the front side of the rim.
Yeah, Dykstra doing a good job. Spot-up shooter is Northeastern. They got their hands full with a lot of these great shooters, a lot of our own ball movement. Is this going to be an offensive battle? It should be anyway throughout the entire contest. But offensive battle, let's switch the lane, switch the vocabulary, and talk about defensive stop. after Galloway came up with a big-time block to make that miss of a three-point shot. So we're going to see a timeout called by the Iowa Central Tritons, so we'll take one with them. 7-7, 3.5 to play right here in Hodges Fieldhouse. We'll be back after this short break on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like...
My daddy.
Skip fort training.
I see daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
I see.
And we're back. We would like to say thank you to our sponsors, CNOS at Unity Point Improving Health, the proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics.
So we go back into the broadcast here. So far, it's a tie ball game. 7-7 in Hodges Fieldhouse. So we got 3.5 minutes to play in quarter number one. We have 4 quarters of play, of course, here at Division II level of NJCAA women's basketball. Each quarter standing at 10 minutes apiece, as it is Northeastern basketball in Triton territory. Northeastern doing a good job with their outlet passes and those backdoor cuts. Let's see if they stick to them in their offensive game plan, as they've been able to get open, like I just said, but they just can't connect. As the Tritons, their biggest weakness so far, in my opinion, is mental mistakes, turning the ball over too many times off of their own end, as a big rebound is going to fall down to Nevaeh Meister.
And here comes Meister. Meister driving up the middle, loses control, but kicks it out to Mckinney. Mckinney for 3. And no good. But able to come down with it is Fountain. Fountain to McKinney. McKinney to Meister. Meister back out to Frank. Frank doing a nice little ball movement there. Behind the back by Meister. Meister.
Meister did a good job that possession at letting her teammates work the open court. Couldn't find anyone open. She ended up actually getting double teamed after she drove inside the half circle. Let's see if they try to do that once more, as we will see Jaden Frank subbed out for Carly West. 7-7, 2.5 to play in the first quarter. Here we go. It's Fountain. Nice pass to the perimeter towards Meister. She'll go down low to West, who'll drive the baseline. Going to be called as a reach-in foul, working against Carly West. And now, this is the first time Carly West has checked back into the game after taking a hard fall earlier. Looked like she cut up maybe right above her eye, and she appears to be okay. You'd never like to see an injury. As we're back to basketball in Hodges Fieldhouse, Meister going to drive down low. She'll get the ball, pickpocketed away from her. Great steal by Northeastern as Sherrick just checked into the game, and she's going to commit a foul. And now an and-one opportunity, the first of the game. That time, Marta Pons going to go to the line for 1.
And here we go. Pons looking for her first shot at the line. You can hear the crowd going wild. Pons' first attempt's good. And kicks, and here comes Ashley Fountain, bringing it up the middle to Meister, back to Fountain. Fountain to West. McKinney. Meister waving her hand up because she's wide open, but West said, I got it. Nice little leg movement, but was unable to connect in the hoop.
7-10, under 2 minutes to play, and the clock is ticking down. Crazy shot that went up that time by Ashley Hassett, as she's yet to make 1 in this game. She's attempted 3. As the Tritons take back over on offense, there goes Fountain, let it fly from long range. It's a three-pointer made, the second three-pointer of the game, made by the Iowa Central Tritons, the one prior, an and-one opportunity by Carly West. 10-10, as we got shooters all over the court. Here goes a shooter right now in the corner, gonna miss. Can't connect after Meister had too much pressure, trailing her back. 10-10, a minute 15 to play in the first quarter. Here we go now. Working to the corner. They'll call her out of bounds. Tough call, and that'll throw off her shot as well. And that is exactly sometimes what you don't want to see, especially working on offense. Doesn't happen too often, but just let the toe drag a little behind her before she stepped out of bounds. And that's exactly what happened, and it's going to be Northeastern ball.
And there's a substitution that came in for Northeastern, and that is Autumn Dickmander.
10-10, a minute and 5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Here we go. Moving around the bend, not gonna take any time to shoot a shot, but offensive rebound. That's the second offensive rebound of the game for the Hawks. 55 seconds after it was a great shot contest and great rebound by Fountain working down low. Here goes Carly West. Jab step, Euro step, steps all around the bend, and that'll lead her to a total of 2. 12-10, Tritons retake the lead in the closing 30 seconds of quarter number 1. Here we go. Working way outside. Fountain going to stay tight, backed up on defense. And there goes that 4-person set. Three players are along the perimeter. As the Hawks threw up a 3-point shot, not going to connect. Here goes Fountain. Same corner, same wing. Gonna let it fly. She's got back-to-back 3-point shots to fly for your Iowa Central Tritons. 15-10. 5 seconds to play. Here we go. Make it 3. Working down low. Epps looking for a pass. She can't get it off. Shot is up, and it's heavy off the backboard. That'll conclude quarter number 1 with the score being 15-10 in favor of your Iowa Central Tritons. Folks, we're going to take a short break, but come back to us because we got to close out the first half and much, much more here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
And we're back here for the start of the second quarter. Currently the score is 15-10 with the Tritons up in the lead. They started off slow, but now they're coming back.
Yeah, they went halfway through the first quarter, a little slow there, Derek, didn't they? They picked it back up on offense. Really, I think Northeastern, we got to watch out for them, especially once we get into halftime. We still have a whole quarter to play. I think Northeastern has ran their offense a little better. They've created more wide-open shots compared to Iowa Central Tritons. They just haven't been able to connect. And if they're going to have a cold night, let's have them have a cold night, Derek.
Let's do it, Hank.
And if you just joined the broadcast, you're listening to Hank Ambrose and Derek Cudd on the call for your Iowa Central Tritons. Carly West going to steal the ball away. Here comes Jaden Frank as she's going to tank all the way down coast to coast. That's going to be a 7-point lead, 17-10, 9:45 remaining in the first half. Working around the other side, Carly West back-to-back steals. Probably going to be saying that a lot tonight, Derek, as she has a nice find down low to Jaden Frank, but she cannot corral the pass as it'll go back to the ladies in red, the Hawks of Northeastern Iowa.
Here we go, bringing it up for the Hawks. Pons. Oh, stolen by Galloway. To Dykstra. Dykstra to West. West bringing it up the middle. And the layup's good. 4-2. Making it 19-10. Oh, nice steal by Galloway again, but unfortunately, in the middle of the steal, her left foot was out of bounds. So it is Hawks ball.
And I love that. Northeastern notice they can't move at the top of the key because Carly West is standing right there. So now they're going to try to feed the ball into the post, but that's where Nevaeh Galloway is. So that makes it 4 turnovers in a row for Northeastern as finally they get a nice pass splitting the defense of the Iowa Central Tritons before they put up an easy bank shot down in the paint. 19-12, under 9 to play in the first half.
And Galloway to Frank. Frank out to McKinney. McKinney to West. West kicks it and then Dykstra for three. No good as it falls short off the left side of the rim. But able to get it up. And there's a call on the court. It is Hawks ball, or the refs are talking. Might be a little change in play here, Hank.
Yeah, I think what happened there is they're trying to rule if it was possibly a double dribble. That's what they may call. Yeah, they're going to kick it outside. They're going to just restart this offensive drive by Northeast. They're going to start in Iowa Central territory. Now they have a breather. They don't have to think about rushing with the basketball in transition. This is a good sign for Northeastern, as now they'll set up a three-point shot. And just like we've seen in the first quarter, they just can't hit those open shots, Derek. 19-12, 8.5 to play in quarter number 2 as Fountain will sub in. She'll check in for Taylor McKinney. As Fountain had a great start in the first quarter. She hit 2 3-pointers and had 1 assist to her tally with 2 rebounds. As we're working near the paint, back down low, going to have a check pass under the rim, nothing but CO2. That's an air ball for you. As Jaden Frank with a nice find to Autumn Dykstra, who just needs her left hand to lay it up and in. Bring it to a 21-12 point lead for the Tritons, the largest lead of the night, a total of 9.
Yes.
Going ahead, Derek. Sorry.
No, you're good. And here we go. Northeastern with the ball. Taking it up the middle. And the layup's good.
Wow, and that one just a miscommunication, I think, on defense, as it took one player to just do a complete around-the-world walk, splicing the Triton defense and scoring an easy 2 points under the bend. And speaking about 2 points, Autumn Dykstra has 2 more for the Triton crowd. 23-14, 7.5 to play after that circus shot.
West with the steal. Carly West to Frank. Frank in a little bit of trouble, but puts it up, and it's in for 2, making it 25-14 Iowa Central, and a timeout is on the court.
And that'll be an immediate timeout. So, folks, that means we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back after this short break, right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
And we're back here. There's 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter of this Iowa Central women's basketball game, as they're taking on the Northeast Hawks. It is currently 25-14 Iowa Central. And here we go.
If you just joined the broadcast, welcome. You're listening to myself, Hank Ambrose, and Derek Cudd on the call for the Iowa Central Tritons out of Fort Dodge, Iowa. That's right where Hodges Fieldhouse is. That's what's led these Iowa Central Tritons to a combined record of 12-1 on the season, coming off of just their only loss of the season, their past matchup. Here we go, 25-14, 7 minutes and 15 seconds to play as Northeastern is going to move up on the weak side of the ball. They just recently had a media timeout go in their favor as Carly West will pull down the rebound. And those are just two so similar players. Sometimes it's easy to mess them up in our commentary, Derek. 25-14 as a three-pointer will fly by AD. That is Autumn Dykstra from long range. Wow, that was even near the half-court line. Could have been called down as a half-court shot. Don't get 4 points for those, but sooner than later, it'd be kind of cool if she did.
That is true. More points is better.
28-14, 6:45 remaining in the first half, as we will see number 24, Lorna Maxon, go for 2.
Here we go. Maxon's first shot at the line is good. Her first attempt's good, making it 28-15 here on the score. Here we go. Maxon's second attempt, no good as it rolls off the left side of the rim and brought down by Jaden Frank. I think there was a little push there by Dickmander.
We have Galloway back in line for Iowa Central.
But there is a substitution coming in for Iowa Central in Nevaeh Galloway.
Sherrick will get a little rest as she started after the media timeout. Ashley Fountain now at the top of the key. She's going to move to the weak side with Frank before she gets it back top of key. Doing a good job at moving along the perimeter. They're actually going to throw one inside the paint with Galloway, and it's going to work out because Jaden Frank will be left alone wide open. Because here's the thing. Beautiful, beautiful offensive game plan that last time by Coach Ortmeyer of the Iowa Central Tritons. What he did was he had Galloway stand near the top of the paint, near the free throw line, and you got to go over to double team Nevaeh Galloway because she's too good in the post. That's exactly what they did. It left Jaden Frank wide open. She's too good of a shooter to miss it, especially when that wide open. Got to do a better job on defense if you're Northeastern. That's what led to 3 points on the Tritons' end.
And here we go. Northeast gets another shot at the line with Maxon once again, her second attempt at the line. And this is good, making the score 31-16. And here comes the second attempt by Maxon, as it is also good, making her 3 for 4 tonight at the line.
Maxon, a player struggling a little bit for field goal consistency, but doing a pretty good job at the line, like you just said, 75%, as we are under 6 minutes to play in the first half, 31-17. Taylor McKinney just checked back into the ballgame for Jaden Frank. On the court for the Tritons, I see McKinney, Carly West, Ashley Fountain, Autumn Dykstra, who just shot that ball, and I also see Galloway. Ashley Fountain doing a good job of getting an offensive rebound, her first offensive rebound, but she just can't put it back up and in for the second chance opportunity. As we are working around the half circle with Northeastern, did a good job at almost faking out Nevaeh Galloway, but not going to work out that easy as Carly West has eyes in the back of her head, and she just needed to put one hand up there to send the ball back down. That's her second block of today's game.
And here comes a substitution for the Hawks in Epps, Destiny Epps.
And Epps is a shooter, so we got to watch out for her. She's the one that had that last-minute three-point basket goal to go in the first quarter. As Carly West, she's actually going to sag off her. Plain zone. The Tritons will switch up their defense once more to more of a zone look, as that's going to be a check. Or no, a defensive foul. Coach O not happy with that one, and I wouldn't be happy with that one either. They're going to call a defensive foul. I don't know about that. I think that was 24, the shooter earlier, Maxon, who kind of threw her hip right into the pocket of West, and there we go with Epps. I said to watch out for. The Tritons just didn't. 31-20 with 5 to play before we get into halftime.
There's 5 minutes left remaining here in the game as it's 31-20, Iowa Central.
4:55 on the clock. They're going to stop the play. They will call white ball. Did you see what had happened? Was it a reach-in and foul, Derek? I missed it. I was getting back to my stat sheet. I believe it was either a reach-in foul or a blocking foul. Of course, had to be one of the two. As we look at team fouls right now, the Tritons have committed 3 compared to the Hawks committing just 1. Doing a good job at posting up. Just can't find the pass to get there. Had some traffic for the basketball. They're going to say it was a foul, a battle for the ball. That means the Hawks are going to win it right back as they take over the possession of the basketball. It's an 11-point lead for the Tritons.
So I've said this before. The Tritons, their defense, I like what they do on their side of the court, how they run up there and try to get the ball, hold them back there for the 10 seconds.
Yeah, doing that full court press really gets into the mind of a lot of opponents, but the reason the Tritons do that so well, they got a lot of length to them. Now, if you're a team that is more of a small ball type of offense, which the Tritons can really shoot the basketball like a small ball team as well, that's what makes them so dangerous. But what my point with that is they can block your shot. They can stop. They can intercept the pass. As Autumn Dykstra makes me pause my commentator as she sinks a 3 right in the face of Epps. What a great shot. Dykstra's second three-pointer of the night. That'll make it 34-20, 4 minutes to play. The crowd goes crazy. Is that right there? Big time defensive foul. Wow.
I just turned my head and I saw it flop on the ground. I didn't even see what happened.
Yeah. 34-20, Adam Dykstra leads the way with a total of 10, the only Triton to have double digits early on in the first half. As we're under 4 minutes to play. Whoa, great shot by Maxon right over the head of Galloway. That's not going to happen very often. But she'll cash in when needed, 34-22. Scoreboard says 22, but I believe it's actually 23 as the Hawks were just at 23. I believe that was a three-point shot.
That was a 2-point shot. The ref was holding down the 2.
Was it? Was her foot on the line?
Yes, the foot was on the line.
Gotcha. Thanks for backing me up there. 34-22 then is official call. 3.5 to play. As we get back to Hawk basketball from around the Triton side, Epps goes long range and she'll cash in. 5-0 run for the Northeastern Hawks.
Now we know that one's a 3.
Yep, that's a three-pointer right there for you, folks. The third three-pointer made by Epps.
Here we go. Dykstra with the ball. Dykstra to McKinney. Here it goes. Dykstra for 3. And off the front side of the rim as Epps comes down with the rebound and is bringing it up for the Hawks.
Yeah, Epps a dangerous player. She's someone that doesn't start, but she really knows how to run the offense, and she's a dangerous player. Some players are just better to not start at the beginning of the game and to sub them in a little later when some of those opposing team starters are fatigued. That's right when Epps will get you, just like an ankle biter down there. Chihuahua, that's what they call him.
And here comes in 3 substitutions, 2 for the Tritons and 1 for the Hawks, as Dick Mander comes in for the Hawks and Carly West and Ashley Fountain comes in for the Tritons.
Yep, 34-25, 2.5 to play over the head that time of Fountain. Got to work back on defense now. Triton's going to show a man-to-man now as they were most recently in a zone, sagging off, but since we've seen a 5-0 run off of nearly 2 three-pointers, they're going to switch it up back on man, and Maxon is catching flames. She has 7, the last 5 out of 7 points in this 7-0 run, 34-27. It's a 7-point lead now, cut down to what used to be a 13.
Here we go. Galloway to Fountain.
And now Dykstra from long range. She's going to shoot off the front of the rim. Galloway, though, with her size, she's going to get the rebound and the second chance opportunity, bringing it to 36-27, a minute 40 seconds to play in the second period.
Hawks coach is looking a little frustrated over there.
Yeah, sooner than later you could expect a timeout. We only have a minute and a half to play, so let's see if they let it bleed out heading into half number 2.
Bringing it up for the Tritons is Ashley Fountain, number 20. Here we go. Dykstra. Carly West bringing it up the middle, kicks it out to Fountain. Oh, rolls off the left side of the rim. My bad, I need to get directions.
36-27. A minute and 18 seconds of play. I'm not going to let Derek ever give me directions in my car. Here we go. Tritons locking up on defense, going back to that man-to-man that worked so well at the beginning of the second quarter. Epps has been out there for the last 4 minutes for Northeastern, and it's proved very well as they've taken back a stand of their own, going to a 7-0 run before the Tritons scored a field goal, and right there we will see a travel made by their very own forward, Marta Pons. So here we go. It's crunch time. 55 seconds to play. 36-27 in favor of the Iowa Central Tritons. Carly West going to work down low, bring it around the corner. Here goes Dykstra from long range.
The fans are going nuts here in Hodges Fieldhouse.
Oh, you can hear them. 39-27 is Dykstra going to make it a 12-point game. And now is close to getting a steal. I think the ball got poked free and bounced out of bounds. Yes. So we will go back to Northeast. And, oh, here we go with Galloway using the Euro step And stepping her way in for another two. The Tritons go on a 5-0 run. In the closing minute to play, 20 seconds on the clock in the first half. Epps doesn't know what to do with the ball. 41-27. Looks like she's going to call up a play. Let's see what they try. West tight on defense. Possibly the best defender in all of Division II NJCAA basketballs. Epps splits against West, but gets a double team over her. Ooh, gonna get the rebound.
Ooh.
Wow.
Close there.
Yeah, that was close. Shot was off, but it worked out more as a pass, and then the closing second, Ellie Guthard almost put it back up for the second chance try. So, at halftime, the score, 41-27. It's been a great game so far as you've been listening to Hank, Ambrose, and Derek Cutt on the call, folks. We're going to take a short break, but make sure you come back to us in about 5 minutes because me and Derek are going to break down the numbers, talk about the first half, and set up the second half for much, much more basketball. Come back to us right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all, for every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. So you can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters and mom and dad and grandpa and grandma need them.
Thank you, first responders.
We look out for the helpers because they look out for us.
At the end of the day, this is what I signed up for as a first responder, and this is what I love to do. And I'm going to continue going to work day in and day out and providing help to those that need it.
Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Love you. Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another. Thanks.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like.
Go. Hey, Daddy.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
I see.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
For a place, a people, an idea. For right and freedom. For liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, to the broadcast right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. 41-27 is the halftime score of the first game tonight between the Iowa Central ladies as they are playing the Northeastern ladies of the Hawks. Derek is with me in the booth as you're listening to Hank Ambrose and Derek Cudd on the call for your Iowa Central Tritons. Derek, you also got the numbers for us.
Yes, I do. So for some notable stats we have for the Tritons, Dykstra's leading with 13 points. Fountain has 6 and 1 block. Galloway has 6 as well with 3 steals. And West is doing really good here tonight. She has 7 points, 2 steals, and 2 blocks going into the second half. And then for the Hawks, Pons has 5 points. Dickmender has 6, and Mahan has 7.
Yep, so far, so the Iowa Central Tritons. Let's talk a little bit about what we've seen from them in the very first half to play. So, like I said, the halftime score, 41-27. We still have 8 minutes here for the halftime break. I feel like Northeastern in the first quarter ran their offense a lot better than the Iowa Central Tritons. They found more open looks, did a good job with their backdoor cuts that we were expecting at the very beginning of the broadcast. They just could not connect with the backboard. They couldn't make any swishes. They couldn't make their money's worth, really, in the first quarter. And then the second quarter was all about battling back as they were down a total of what? It was 15-10 after the end of the first quarter. Well, once we got to the start of the second quarter, they let up on defense, and the Iowa Central Tritons took over from being up by just 5 to closing off the half with a 14-point lead, 41-27. That's huge. The Iowa Central Tritons stepped up as well on defense. I don't want to say that they just got worse in the second quarter between Northeastern. The Tritons, they started the second quarter to play with accumulating a total of 4 turnovers. They had 4 turnovers to go their way, 2 steals with Carly West, and 2 steals by Nevaeh Galloway. And that's what propelled us forward. That started the Iowa Central Tritons to go on a 9-0 run early, and then by halftime, or not by halftime, but by the first minute closing in to the second quarter, they were up by 14 points already, and then it's just kind of been like that, battle back and forth over and over. The Tritons got a lot better at shooting three-pointers in the second quarter as well. Ashley Fountain had a total of 2 three-pointers, and Dykstra had a total of 2 as well, I believe. Let me double-check. Might have been 3. Yes, it was 3. My apologies, Dykstra. She had 3. She leads the Tritons and leads everyone with a total of 13 points on the night. As Northeastern definitely talking about her in their halftime huddle, saying, how are we going to guard Dykstra? How are we going to guard Galloway at the same time? We can't cover the post and the outside. Going to have to find a way to intercept or disrupt the passes because obviously your man-on-man defense is not working out. Talking about the Iowa Central Tritons, what did you like from them in the first half, Derek?
Like you said, I really enjoyed how they did on defense, how the Tritons did on defense. I'm not going to lie, I also enjoyed how the Hawks did on defense. They did pretty good. It's just, like you said, during the second quarter, Iowa Central lit up because they're thinking, they're kind of mad about that first loss, so they want to be back in the win column.
Yep. So far, as we look at so far in the season, Iowa Central has a 14-1 record. They are 4-1 in the conference. The only two teams in front of them in the conference: Kirkwood, who's 15-1, 6-0 in conference play, and Iowa Lakes, who's 11-5 overall, but 5-1 in conference play, and that's what's going to get you. Got to make sure you close out conference play, otherwise it could burn you by the end of the season. Looking a little bit about Northeastern coming into the game tonight. They were 2-2 in the ICAC conference, 5-9 overall, so they really need a revamp to the season. They have a lot of sneaky players the Iowa Central Tritons need to look out for. At the very beginning of the broadcast, if you remember me saying, got to watch out for Epps. Epps is a player that's their sixth man, leads them in total 3-point scoring. Got to watch out for her in the second half, because if they get a run going, or a rally going, I should say, it would most likely be off of the hands of the three-point shot coming down with Epps. She has 3 3-pointers already. How many can you score in a game, though, Derek? I mean, it gets to the point where you got to burn out, got to lose a little bit of steam after a while, right?
Yes, but Epps is on fire with threes.
That's right. 41-27, 4.5 to play. Well, not 4.5 to play, but 4.5 to wait, actually, for the halftime break. As we got the band playing over here at Hodges Fieldhouse. Such a great atmosphere. We got the dance team back, we got the band back, and we are back in blue for the Iowa Central Tritons tonight. Derek, what do you want to see in the second half for the Iowa Central Tritons to improve on their game heading into the rest of the game tonight?
Just keep on going at it like they did in the second quarter, how they came out on fire. I really want to see them come out with the same exact power as what they had against in the second quarter. Just as much.
So we zoom in on the band right there. Hey, by the way, folks, this broadcast brought to you by CNOS, Unity Point Improving Health. For the broadcast tonight, thank you, CNOS, for all you do for our broadcast and sponsoring us, as we are going to give you all the Triton Nation coverage all throughout this 2022 season. Iowa Central Tritons, of course, been very successful for the girls early on. They want to bring it to another streak, as we just started our losing streak, technically. Or can you call it a streak with just having one to go in your tally? Probably not, I guess. But
Not
still,
yet.
we want to reverse the traction. We want to get back into the win column after the game tonight, and we have a really good opportunity to do just that, heading into what else we can see later on in the broadcast. By the way, for the rest of the broadcast tonight, big shout out to our producer, Javi Sanchez, as he's running the graphics, the camera, and the whole show, really. He's the one that got us up and going on air, so thank you, Javi Sanchez. As we look down low, the band still performing their music out there, doing a good job. As this has been your halftime report with Hank Ambrose and Derek Cudd. We about have 2.5 minutes until we dive into the beginning of the second half, so make sure you come back to us right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. And we are underway to begin the second half of play right here at Hodges Fieldhouse as you're listening to Hank Ambrose. Derek Cudd on the call for your Iowa Central Tritons. Here we go, 41-27, 9:45 remaining in quarter number 3. Dykstra in the corner, going to try the first shot, and it's that easy. Her 4th three-pointer of the game. That's 16 overall points for Dykstra.
And here comes a double team. Ooh, got out of the double team that quickly.
Well, Derek, frankly, whatever Northeastern talked about in their halftime huddle didn't work out, and probably Dykstra wasn't involved. She should have been, as she leads the game with 16. Fountain going to get the defensive rebound. That's her 3rd of the game. She's 2 defensive boards and 1 offensive. Is Frank going to go to the wing as she's going to start the game? The starters heading into the second half. Jaden Frank out there with Nevaeh Galloway, as I see Carly West, who just cut the key right there, Ashley Fountain, and Autumn Dykstra. She would have made this shot if the foul had happened during she was throwing up the shot, but the foul had happened beforehand. No contest shot, no contest foul. Fountain going to swing it on over to the wing with Jaden Frank, who's at the top of the key before she goes towards the wing with Carly West. Back to Fountain. Great ball movement. Can barely keep it up with this Triton offense moving so quick. I can only imagine what the physical tools are like out there on the court between defending the Iowa Central Tritons, if I can barely speak the words to keep up with them, Derek. 44-27, 8:45 remains in the third quarter. Derek Cudd, what you got for us?
8 minutes left, and here we go.
This is a time where if Northeastern wants to come back, they got to have a really strong third quarter. At the very least, got to keep the Tritons around 10 points, because if it gets too out of hand, the Tritons can just sit on the ball to even begin quarter number 4. As it's already a 17-point lead with 8:15 to go in the third quarter. Oh, what a great shot that time, as that one was heaved up by their guard, Autumn Dickmander, who was 8 on the night.
Not to just stop you right now real quick, Hank.
Go on ahead.
It's 44-29, and just to bring some more power, look who just came into the building. Try just came into the audience right next to the band.
Oh, good point. Try. Now we really got to play with our hopes up as Autumn Dykstra going to splice up the defense, use that Euro step. Only needed one before she laid it up and in. 46-29 as Jaden. Did I say Autumn Dykstra? I meant Jaden Frank. 46-29, 7.5. As Frank gets a steal, she'll cut the lane and get blocked. And then on the last second effort, she just barely touched the ball out of bounds with her left wrist. It's going to go back to Northeast.
Surprised there wasn't a foul called there. It looked like he just slapped right on the wrist.
It was close. It was very close. Of course, the ball did touch the wrist as well, and it's too close to call as Northeast will get back with the basketball. And they're down 17 already, Derek. We got to cut them a little slack. 46-29, 7:15 in the third quarter. Good spin move that time by Ashley Hassett, who's yet to get on the scoreboard, as it looks like she will right there, her first basket of the game. Make it 2 for Hassett. 46-31, under 7 to play. Fountain at the top of the key. They're going to actually sag off on defense, working against Dykstra and Fountain. Oh, she's made the last 4 3-pointers in the row. I guess you're bound to miss one.
I thought that one was going in.
I did too. As you put up your arm actually in the crow's nest, you were going to say bang. I could hear it. 46-31, 6.5 to play in quarter number 3. Jaden Frank is going to pass in under the Northeastern backboard. See what the Tritons do. Let's see if they switch up the offense. A lot of perimeter ball movement early on into the game. Doing a good job at spacing around everyone. And look at this. Talking about Triton switching up on offense, they don't really, but Northeastern switches up their defense, and it works out to the best of them as they leave Fountain open, and she double guesses herself on the three-point shot, leading to a miss, and now Northeast on the other end of the court will turn the ball over, so we've seen back-to-back-to-back turnovers by each team. 46-31, under 6 minutes to play in the third quarter, is Ashley Fountain's at the top of the key. Ooh, nice no-look pass by Frank. Put it on a missile down low to West, as West's going to heave up a shot. That one looked like she tried something else with it, just slipped out of her hands. That happens from time to time. Got to track back quick on defense, though. Frank now is on the wing. Is they going to work around the bend? Uh-oh, big-time shot at the three-pointer. hauled in that time by numero 25. Autumn Dickmander is now, that's going to bring her to a total of 11 points on the night. The first time the Hawks have a single player in double digits.
West went for the three there, but it went off the back side of the rim. But Galloway brings it down and puts it right back up for two.
Look at that, Galloway. Great job at working on the rebound and the point spectrum. 48-34, 5:25 to play now in the third quarter. Ooh, Set doing a good job at kicking the ball out of bounds. I was going to compliment her until she kicked the ball out of bounds. She did work through two Triton defenders, but then it was that last-second flub up that I saw that really sold it on me.
So far, Galloway and Frank are almost at double digits for points.
Oh, yeah. See who gets there first. Want to take bet, Derek?
Sure.
As Wes will bounce it outside to the corner to a wide-open Frank. Put the money down.
Frank it is.
I said it. I don't know if you heard me, but no, not really. 51-34 as Frank goes from long range. So that was almost in the bleachers, that last shot. Oh, I don't know what type of offensive game plan that was. Don't see that too often. You see that right there. Autumn Dickmander threw it off of the shin of Autumn Dykstra after she was double-teamed and jammed into the corner with nowhere to go. Here we go, folks, as the first timeout of the second half has just been called. It's a media timeout, matter of fact. So we will take a short break and be back to close off the third quarter and much, much more here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
And we're back. We would like to say thanks to our sponsors, CNOS at Unity Point Improving Health, the proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics.
As you should be proud. 51-34, the Iowa Central Tritons cruising through the ICAC conference. They've only lost to one. Let's see what they can do for the rest of the night here at Hodges Fieldhouse. As we got the girls' game to close out here, we got about a quarter and a half to play here for the girls' game, but stick around as we are broadcasting for the boys in blue as well later on the night, as they will also be playing Northeast Community College of the Hawks. So we were just standing, the Hawks had the basketball, and who had the basketball was Autumn Dickmander. She was jammed up in that half-court line corner. She was double-teamed against two of our defenders, and she threw it off of Autumn Dykstra's shin, which bounced out of bounds and led to a media timeout. Now in the third quarter, no coaches have called a timeout. We've only had that one media timeout as we work back on defense with the Tritons. Taylor McKinney subbed in. Shot clock violation. That's going to go back to the Iowa Central Tritons.
And unlike the women's game, if you do not know about NJCAA rules, the men's game will be 2 halves, 20 minutes each. As for the girls, it's 4 quarters, 10 minutes each.
There you go, is Taylor McKinney. She just punched in her ticket. She just came off the bench starting off the second half, and she's going to get it in for her first basket of the night, and it's from three-point land. Look at the Triton defense. It looked like it fell apart for a moment there as Galloway had to track back up in the post. She goes down to crash the board. She can't do it. Offensive rebound. Tries to put it off her back end. No kick ball violation. That was close as it bounces its way back to Lorna Maxon, who was really crisp early on in the first half. Now she'll get her first basket to start the second half about halfway through the third quarter, a total of 9 points tonight.
That was a great pump-up shot by Dykstra.
So the score, 54-36. McKinney on the wing. She'll take a screen. Thought about shooting it, I think, for a moment. Galloway left open off the backboard. No good. Epps going to get the rebound, her second of the night. Epps had an offensive rebound earlier in the first half, and that's her first defensive rebound. She had 3 3-pointers early on, so we got to watch out for her as she stands open as we bring down Nevaeh Galloway to send over a double-teamed. Thought it worked for a moment, but Autumn Dykstra will foul as we saw Ashley Hassett crash the board, crash the lane. Not necessarily the line, the baseline, but did a good job at drawing a foul and making some Tritons sub out. As checking in for the Iowa Central Tritons will be Nevaeh Meister and Carly West. They check in for Taylor McKinney and Ashley Fountain. Fountain will get her first rest since the start of the second half. It's Taylor McKinney. She was recently checked in. 54-37. So those 2 free throws go up. 1 for 2 after Hassett has a 50% chance at the line. 54-37, 3 minutes to play. West is back in, going against Galloway, who has a fadeaway jumper. About a 5-foot jumper, but if you're Galloway, you can do whatever you want, man. 56-37, 2:55 to play in the third quarter. Just joined the broadcast. Welcome. You're listening to Hank Ambrose and Derek Cudd on the call for the Iowa Central Tritons. Derek, what do you got for us, my man?
Hassett. Everybody's playing great basketball tonight. Not going to lie. Both teams are doing really great on offense and on defense. But Iowa Central's pulling out power now. But here's a substitution for the Hawks.
Yeah, the Tritons, they're just on a different level than Northeastern Community College. They're going to see a team that some teams struggling, rebuilding in the ICAC conference. The Iowa Central Tritons, a team that really came out of the gates guns a-blazing since the start of the 21-2022 season.
And here we go. Hassett.
She'll go
That's
1
good.
for 2 back to back.
Coming into the game for the Hawks is going to be number 22, Ellie Guthard.
56-38, 2.5 to play as this Triton team is still rolling like a stone right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Dykstra with a pump fake. Going to bounce, pass it down low towards Galloway, who has a smooth run around the rim. Jump shot. That's going to bring it to the first 20-point lead of the contest, 58-38.
Here we go. Davis with the ball.
You see that nice cut that time by Epps. Not going to find her open, but here we go. Going to drive the baseline, working against West. West gets her second block of the game. Almost got the ball stolen away from her. They're going to call for a jump ball. That means the Tritons automatically win it because there's no such thing as jump ball necessarily in women's basketball at the NJCAA level.
And here we go. Substitution for the Tritons. Coming in for Frank will be Fountain, Ashley Fountain, number 20.
58-38. Tritons got some fresh legs out on the court. One of them being right there, Nevaeh Meister. We'll go over towards Carly West. Find the other Nevaeh, Galloway, who puts it up. Ooh, hits the side of the rim. Doesn't fall in that time. It's going back to the ladies in red. The Hawks of Northeast Community College finds an open Epps. Epps sits on the ball before she passes it to the corner off the far side of the rim, but it was a nice rebound by DeCmander as Epps is still back out on the court running the offense. Going towards the wing now with Molly Davis. Davis yet to score in this one. Has a nice step back working against Fountain. Fountain knows how to keep track of that offensive game plan off the glass. Not in. Fountain, props to you on that last defensive effort. 58-38, minute to play.
That was a good-looking spin move, though.
Yeah, as Wes has a spin move for us right there as well. 60-38, 22-point lead. Tritons, 55 to play to close out the third quarter. Let's see what the Tritons can do from here. Kick into the corner, that time with Molly Davis down low. She'll lose the basketball. They're going to say it was last out of bounds, last touched by the Tritons, as it'll go out of bounds.
And here comes Shurik, Frank, and for the Hawks, Hassett and DeCmander.
(60-38), 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Here we go. Going to the corner with a nice no-look pass as the shot went up. But over the rim, that's CO2. Air ball is Sherrick going to get the rebound. Going back to Jaden Frank at the top of the key. She's going to move to the weak side of the half circle with West standing alone. She tries to get on the board with double digits, but she falls just short of doing it. 60-38 as we have under 20 to play. They're going to say it bounced out of bounds, going back to the Iowa Central Tritons. Here we go now with Fountain. She'll move up the court, getting close to the half-court line. Here we go. Fountain looking up with the basketball. Sherrick going to send over a screen. Pick and roll. She's going to move with the basketball. Sherrick offensive board. Fountain's got her back after she loses it. Going outside. As that play flopped around.
And that finished up the third quarter there.
Yes, it did. Nevaeh Meister. Kind of a fun way to end the quarter, but hey, like we said, it'll end the quarter 60-38 in favor of your Iowa Central Tritons. We're going to be right back after the short break to close out the final quarter to play of the women's game tonight. So make sure you come back to us on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. And we're back to begin the fourth quarter here at Hodges Fieldhouse. 60-38, 10 minutes are on the clock to close out the first game tonight in the doubleheader against Northeastern Community College. You're listening to Hank Ambrose and Derek Cutt on the call for Triton Nation. Derek, how we doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing great. Watching some great basketball. And also, besides the girls, there's men. There's more basketball right after this.
Yeah, more basketball later on tonight. Make sure you stick around for the boys as they will also play Northeast Community College. They try to kick it into second gear as they have a 500 record. I believe it's 9-9. After that three-pointer flies, can you help me out with the name of that one? I think it was 21.
That was Epps once again.
Yes, it was. Epps makes her fourth three-pointer of the game. Good call as I was getting back to my notes sheet. 60-41 is the score now. 9 minutes and 20 seconds remain in the fourth quarter as that was a reach-in foul. We haven't seen too many fouls in this game. The Tritons left the first half just accumulating 4, and Northeast left just accumulating 2. Right now for team fouls out there. Well, 0 is on the clock, but we just saw a foul right there made by Northeast, so I'm assuming 1 foul working for Northeast. Were there 0 fouls in the third quarter?
Yes, there was none.
I guess there must be none. Yeah, that is amazing, unless we're missing something out there on the scoreboard. I see fouls say 0. Huh. Well, folks, how about we just get back to the game? Fouls regardless. 60-41. Under 9 minutes to play. It is Hawk basketball. As Sherrick and Frank are looking to get the ball back away, Meister doing a good job reaching her hands in, trying to pry it free. That's a foul right there, a reach-in foul. It'll go back to the Hawks, starting over in Triton territory. Now, the good thing about that for the Hawks is it restarts the shot clock and add a few seconds on the clock. 18 as we have under 9 minutes to play. Uh-oh, here's that shooter we were talking about earlier for Epps. She has 4 3-pointers tonight. She's missed just 1. 8:45 on the clock. Epps with the basketball on the wing. Covered closely against Meister. I think those two are the most similar in their game, and look at that shot. 60-43 was just inside the three-point line. Epps, I told you, we got to watch out for her.
Pulled a James Harden there. Step back.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a foul. Just slams right into her. Slams right into Hassett. I didn't see who it was. It was Nevaeh Meister.
60-43, 8:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's Hawk basketball on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Galloway blocking the ball before it can even touch the full court. Wow. Just a force field she is. gets her hands up there. They're actually going to sub her out. Try to sub a player that has a little bit more height to her to help them out. It's Lorna Maxon, who has a total of 9 tonight. 7 at the end of the first half. Maxon going to fake going to the weak side and go short to Epps. Going back to Maxon. Tritons pulling out their full court defense. We have not seen that. I don't think we saw it in the third quarter, but we saw them use it a lot in the first half. It's one of their specialties. As we're working down low, going back to the top of the key, moving around the basketball, that time to Molly Davis. Davis with the ball, going to go over towards Epps now. Epps to lose it, so it'll go back to Davis. Tight defense, Ashley Fountain covers well. Sharp defensive play call by Coach O when it came down to the four-court press and playing man defense against a team that tried to press inside. I loved it. Frank now going to per se around the rim as it hits off the backboard. The bank is open on Wednesday nights as Galloway has a nice soft touch off of the backboard. 62-43. Galloway has 14.
Epps has the ball, and I like how they have a shooter on a shooter. Dykstra on Epps.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when it comes down to those sharpshooters, they do a good job on defense, filling out. Oh, that was a nice shot that time made by Hassett. Hassett, remember, she didn't have any points heading into the first half. We're going to see a timeout called now by the Hawks, 62-45. I tell you what, they called a timeout. Let's take one with them. We'll be right back to close out the fourth quarter and much more on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all, for every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, to the broadcast right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. 62-45 in favor of your Iowa Central Tritons. You're listening to Hank Ambrose and Derek Hutt on the call for the Tritons. Derek, I want to break down a little bit of the game so far.
Yeah, so far, the Tritons, let's start off with the Tritons. The Tritons, they started off slow. Like the first half, they were down by, what was it, Hank? 5?
Yeah, just 5 total points at the end of the first quarter, but the Tritons have been leading by every single quarter. The Tritons were up by 5 in the first and up by 14 at the end of the half.
Oh.
62-45, as we just saw a missed shot by the Tritons. It's going to go back to Epps. She's going to sling it to the corner. Hassett tries a shot, going to be blocked by Galloway. They're going to call her down as a foul, though. It was a push in the back after she tried to climb the ladder. It is a shooting foul. Hassett going to go to the line to shoot 2. She's 2 for 4 at the line today. Let's see what she can do after she shoots twice more.
Here we go. Hassett with the ball at the line. And off the right side.
So she'll stay at 50%, but her team will catch her own offensive rebound. Shot is up by Maxon. Maxon going to miss. It's going to go back to the Tritons defensive board. Ooh, aggressive play against Dykstra. Hits the armpit of Hassett. It's going to go back to the Tritons. Here comes Ashley Fountain. 16-point lead, 6.5 to play. Jaden Frank now going to bite on a screen as they go down towards the top of the key. Setting another screen. The Tritons changing up their offense, using a little more teamwork on their off-ball movement as Frank stands alone. Top of key, no good. Carly West jumps on it, doing a good job getting an offensive rebound, and then they foul her. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Now West tonight yet to get into double-digit scoring. That's a rare occurrence as we have 4 Iowa Central Tritons on the season averaging double digits in scoring between Carly West, Autumn Dykstra, Nevaeh Galloway, and earlier on in the season, Ashley Fountain. 62-46 is going to make it 63-46.
There's West double digits.
A good call.
And for the second one's no good as it slides right off the rim. Still keeping it at 63 to 46.
Yes, sir. So, Derek, you're on the call for us. What you got, my man?
Davis to Epps. Epps kicks it out. Ooh, right to the ref.
Jump scare. Good thing that, well, I guess the ref wasn't paying attention, but good thing he was standing where he was standing. Otherwise, could have been bad. 63 to 46, 5:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. Frank now on the wing as she tried to pass it down in the paint. She's going to have her pass blocked. It's going to go back to Fountain as the Tritons retain the pass. Wow, what a great lob pass. Fountain put on a dime down low towards Galloway. She just can't convert for 2 points. Autumn Dykstra trying to pickpocket steal. She's not too happy after she got it torn away from her by the Tritons on their interior offense. Galloway tracks back on defense but cannot get there in time to get there to stop the shot by Lorna Maxon. As Maxon now going to get in the double digits with a total of 11.
Fountain.
Go ahead.
Fountain to West. Galloway kicks it right into the middle to West, and West goes up with a layup.
65 to 40, under 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Here we go. Molly Davis works upside of the half circle. As now they're going to try to implement a screen into their offensive game plan. We don't see a lot of screens. Didn't see any that I recall in the first half or the third quarter. Going to lead to an unfamiliar steal as Fountain. That's her second steal of the game. And 6 fast break point? She is 8 tonight.
She's almost at double digits now too.
Yes. 67 to 40. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. As Hassett goes down low. Oh, West gets her hand up. They're going to say a little too much contact. They'll call her for a shooting foul. Hassett going to go to the line once more. That's probably the best thing Hassett has in her offensive game plan, drawing those fouls. As we will take another media timeout. Folks, make sure you come back to us because Iowa Central Tritons going to be closing out the game and be playing much more later tonight for the boys matchup. Make sure you come back to us here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
And we're back here with 4 minutes and 18 seconds left. We would like to thank our sponsors, CNOS at Unity Point, Improving Health, the proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics.
7 to 40, 4 minutes and 18 seconds to play in quarter number 4. Derek, what do you have for the game breakdown so far as we only have half of a quarter remaining?
So far for Iowa Central, almost all their starters who started the game here tonight are sitting at double digits in point values. And currently at the line for the Hawks is Hassett.
Yeah, as we just got to the media timeout. No timeouts called by either of the coaches in the fourth quarter. That led to a pretty quick quarter. But we got to take one media timeout, of course, per quarter. So once we got to about the 4.5 minute mark, just to play it safe, that's when they took the media timeout after the first stoppage of play since the 4.5 mark. As Hassett shot just 1 for 2, 67 to 50, 4:15 remains in the fourth and final quarter to play for the girls' game tonight. Carly West going to be looking at a full court press. And the Tritons, they're familiar with this defense, especially late in the fourth quarter, as they've had to go up against them quite often. It's a similar defense they run as well, but they even like to run it early on in the first quarter, which I personally really like. Dykstra going to be jammed on the wing, so here comes West. towards the baseline before she dumps it off low to Sherrick. Emma Sherrick. I think that's her first basket. Let me double check my stat sheet, as that was a nice little floater inside the paint. As it was, 69 to 50, 3.5 to play. Let's see what Northeastern can do in these final minutes to play. Now we see some sub players in. Taylor McKinney out on the court. Ashley Fountain, Carly West, Autumn Dykstra, Emma Sherrick for the Iowa Central Tritons, as that was a big three-point shot.
That was a three-pointer by Dickmander from way downtown.
Yeah, from way downtown. 69 to 53, 3:15 remains in the fourth quarter. McKinney going to be left alone on the wing. She let it fly, but it's not going to go in. Oh, I don't like that. That's okay. I'm going to fight with the official. It's Dykstra. Tries to save it out of bounds. Her foot must have touched the line. Now, I'm a little far away from that side, and that's what I'm going to use as my excuse instead of arguing with the ref as she tried to save the ball going out of bounds. I don't believe she touched the line, but she might have. I maybe didn't see it, so I apologize. 69 to 53, under 3 to play, as Meister tries to get the rebound. Dykstra going to let her fly through her, as it's going to be a foul called. Dykstra going to get charged with an unintentional foul. It'll go back to the Hawks. 69 to 53, 2:51 remaining in the game of the first game tonight against Northeastern as we are in Hodges Fieldhouse. Hassett, great job at filling out the defense. Tritons, they've been a little sluggish on defense the last 3 possessions.
Here we go, West bringing it up for the Tritons. West bringing it down. Oh, and off the side of the basket.
69 to 55, 2.5 to play. Off the backboard, Hassett gets the offensive rebound. She'll be fouled once again. That's going to be her 5th trip to the line, Derek.
Here we go. Let's see if she can continue to go. If I'm correct, she's sitting at 50% at the line tonight.
4 for 8 tonight. I don't even recall any more players that maybe Maxon had a free throw earlier. She attempted. Let's see. No, Maxon. Yeah, Maxon. She had 3 free throws to go her way. So the only free throw shooters tonight have been between Lorna Maxon and Ashley Hassett for the Hawks. That's kind of a crazy statistic. Only 2 players have been shooting free throws tonight. As Hassett will make her first, she'll try for her second. She'll break the 50% barrier, and now she'll bring it to 60% as she's now 6 for 10 at the line as the Hawks call a timeout. So we'll take one with them. It's the closest it's been since the start of halftime. 69 to 57, 12-point lead for your Iowa Central Tritons. We'll be right back after the short break to close out the game and give you the numbers and much, much more right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. (69-57), 2:25 remaining in the game. It's the closest lead or point differential since the start of halftime. Halftime, we had a 14-point lead. Currently, the Tritons have a 12. As Galloway gets the ball after it's bounced to the corner. Double team sent over, working against Galloway off the glass. Usually can get it to go off the glass, but that time a little too heavy. As it's pinned between the rim and the backboard, it'll stay 69-57, 2:05 remaining in quarter number 4.
Galloway's a little frustrated with that call, but she's getting a little handsy. Going to the line for the Hawks.
A new free throw shooter.
A new person.
We were just talking about that. Molly Davis has an opportunity to get her first points at the line because now the Hawks, they're in the bonus. Davis will shoot once more. Missed her first one. No points on the board for her tonight. Davis will sink her second. She'll go 50% from the line, ending her series with 1 free throw.
The Tritons are having a little bit trouble on fouls this quarter because I think you kind of jinxed in the beginning of this quarter because they had 0 and 0.
There you go, a double dribble working against Ashley Fountain, 69-58. I can't stress it enough. Hawks, they may be coming back. We still got a lot of basketball to play. 2 minutes is a lot of time. That could go for nearly 8 possessions. Three-point shot by Hassett. Oh, money. 69-61. It's an 8-point lead. The first time it's been within double digits since halfway through the first quarter. And it's put me under a spell. I can't believe it. I can't talk.
Looked like they almost bumped heads there.
That was a dangerous play between Hassett and Galloway. It's going to stay with the Tritons with 1:35 to play, 69-61. This Hassett has really turned it up, probably been the player of the game for the Hawks.
Coach Ortmeyer is getting into it now since it's getting closer.
69-61, Frank going to draw the foul.
And going for an and one opportunity for Jaden Frank. Here as Frank's at the line.
And right when it was inside a double-digit lead, Frank changes that. 72-61. Iowa Central Tritons going to call a full timeout with 1:25 to play. So we'll take a timeout with them. Come back right back to us because we're going to close out the game and give you the numbers after the short break on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. You can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters and mom and dad and grandpa and grandma need them.
Thank you, first responders.
We look out for the helpers because they look out for us.
At the end of the day, this is what I signed up for as a first responder, and this is what I love to do. And I'm going to continue going to work day in and day out and providing help to those that need it.
Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Love you. Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another. Thanks.
And we're back here with 1 minute and 23 seconds left here in the game. Hank Davis with the ball. Dickminder.
Oh, Galloway going to bite on the steal. Oh, what's the call here? Ooh! It Hassett on her way coming down. She's going to laugh that one off. It's good to see she's okay. That's Shackton a fool right there.
I think she was doing some WWE moves so she could just flop on the ground and get a foul.
Yeah, she tripped and then I didn't realize that the foul was on Hassett. It must have been on the rebound. I thought it was a shooting.
Here we go.
Well, Hassett going to go and make her 6th trip to the line. That'll bring her to 7-11 overall, 72-62.
And another timeout, but this time a full timeout by the Hawks.
So, folks, we're just going to leave it right here. 72-62, a minute and a second remaining in the game. Derek, let's break down the game a little bit so far and how these Hawks have been able to come back. You want to start off?
Yeah, so in the beginning of the game, the Hawks were in the lead, but then Iowa Central had a great power, strong movement. They were moving forward, but now it seems like Iowa Central, they're not really slowing down, but it seems like they're kind of slowing down because they probably think they have it since there's only 1 minute left. But that's just making the Hawks think of powering through now, giving them a little bit more power. And since their men's team just showed up, having them watch could give them more power now too.
Gotcha. I think it's motivating them a little bit with the men showing up.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Ever since Try's shown up, we've almost had a double-digit lead ever since. It's Try. He's over there with the dance team, dancing with our dance squad of the Iowa Central Tritons, pom-poms in hand. Let's go, Iowa Central Tritons.
I think during the men's halftime, I should go down there with the dancers dance.
If you want to, I'm not going to advise you to do that. We will probably mock you up here from the booth, though, Derek. 72-62 as Hassett will shoot once more from the line.
Here we go. The band trying to distract Hassett. And it did not work.
Hassett shooting 8 for 12 from the line. Doing a good job. That's just under 75%. Is Jaden Frank going to bring it up to the court? It's a 9-point lead. Uh-oh, Frank going to lose it.
Lost the ball.
Jumping on the ball. They could bring it to a 7 to 6 point lead. Uh-oh, over the head and out of bounds. It's going back to the home team, the Iowa Central Tritons, with 55 seconds to play. Timeout called by the Iowa Central Tritons. How about we take it with them this time? 72 to 63, 55 seconds to play. Coach O's got to talk it over with his squad to make sure we're good to close out the game. So make sure you come back to us because me and Derek will close out the game after this short break on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
And we're back here to finish off the game with 53 seconds left to go.
72 to 63, 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Big shout out to our producer, Javi Sanchez, as he produces most, if not all, of Triton Nation sports here on our YouTube channel. He's cracking us up in the booth. Working outside, Hassett, big time steal. That's her second of the game. She goes coast to coast and lays it up and in. 72 to 65 is the score. I think it's, well, a whistle was blown. Well, I guess I'm not for sure why the whistle was blown.
Me either. But number 20, Hassett, has 20 points.
There you go.
Jersey matching number.
72 to 65. Tritons up by only 7. Miscommunication out there on the court. Looks like Ashley Fountain having a good laugh with some of the Hawk players. Oh, and now a timeout will officially be called.
Another timeout.
Folks, let's just keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout, 72 to 65. The Hawks are in the bonus, but the Iowa Central Tritons, they are not. Looking at timeouts remaining, the Tritons, they have 1 timeout remaining. It's a 30-second timeout, compared to the Hawks having 0. So 45 seconds are left on the clock. That means that the Hawks can't advance the basketball to half court. That puts them in a really dangerous situation. Of course, the Tritons, they're up by 7 points. It's the least amount of points they've been up since about halfway through the first quarter of play. Am I a little nervous? Yeah, but I still believe in the Iowa Central Tritons. We've fallen apart a little bit, starting the quarter off with nearly a 20-point lead, at the most having a 22-point lead, with it being cut down from 15 points. It's quite the difference.
During the timeout, the refs are still talking to Iowa Central's assistant coach as there's confusion still going on about what's going on.
They're arguing. I wonder if it has to do a little bit with goodness. So what they did was they set them up at the wrong side of the court. So miscommunication on the ref's part. 72 to 65. Ball bounces out of bounds. Ooh, that was dangerous. Dykstra nearly lost it. Tritons, we gotta lock it up here. 72 to 65, 45 seconds as we're in crunch time. Just joined the broadcast. Welcome. You joined a little late, but you're listening to Hank Ambrose and Derek Cudd on the call as Dykstra almost gets it stolen away from her. They're going to say it's going to be a foul. That's going to be against 15. Marta Pons.
Turning into football.
Yeah, well, little shoulder check here and there. 72 to 65, 42 seconds to play. Jaden Frank going to look short. Uh-oh, West is not open on a second effort. She will find her. Uh-oh, double team sent over. Triple team make it. Foul going to be called. That's going to put it to 4 team fouls overall. Tritons need to have 2 more to go their way in order for them to be in the bonus.
And that's not what the Hawks need right now.
No, 72 to 65, 37 seconds remaining. Dykstra in the corner. She'll drive the baseline. She'll throw it up with her left, and she will be fouled. Doesn't matter what type of foul it is, because it's a shooting foul. She will go to the line to shoot 2.
And that just put them in the bonus.
Dykstra, this is a great situation for her. One of, if not the best shooter on the team.
Ooh.
And I'll shut up. 72 to 65, 35 seconds remain. Dykstra misses her first. Coach O, I like the game plan. He's going to send his forwards and guards back to track back on defense. Dykstra to shoot one more. She will miss it. Uh-oh, Tritons in a spell. 72 to 65. 31 seconds to play. Dumping off short to Maxon. Outside now to Marty Pons. Pons driving the baseline off the backboard, up and in. It's a 5-point game, 72 to 67. What in the world has happened? Dykstra quadruple teamed. Ooh, as the ball bounces out of bounds. The Hawks saying they wanted it on their side, but Tri has the answer for us right before the half-yard marker as the Iowa Central Tritons going to burn their final timeout with 21 seconds to play in the fourth and final quarter, 72 to 67. Make sure you come back to us because we got to break down the numbers, conclude the game, and tell the story how it got to the final score, which is yet to be determined, Derek. Right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all, for every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at Marines.com.
And we're back. Frank's starting.
She will inbound the pass on the Triton half-court line. Double team sent over towards West. Ooh, ball bounced out of bounds, and Galloway ends up in the lap of McKinney and Emma Sherrick. Aggressive play of the Tritons to keep the basketball. Jaden Frank going to pass it in once more. 72 to 67, 16 seconds to play. Tritons looking to inbound the pass down towards Galloway. Double team, triple team sent her way. Fountain. Great soft spot on the defense, and that's just perfect. Ashley Fountain took her time to be open. She let for her opposing player to run off and triple team against her. And then right there, Fountain to be fouled, and she will go in shooting 2. As the great Brownie says down there.
Shooting 2.
72 to 67. Fountain to shoot and make the first one. It'll stay 73-67 with 11 to play. Fountain going to miss her second. That's okay because the clock is winding down. 8 seconds. 7. Pons. Here we go. 5. 3-point shot is up, and it's drilled. Oh, my goodness. It's a 3-point game. And why do they stop the clock? There's no timeouts. Coach O's not happy. No timeouts. Ridiculous. 73 to 70. 2 seconds remaining.
3.5 seconds remaining now.
Why do you blow the whistle? I don't get it, but okay. Here goes Galloway. Half-court heave down to Frank, and they're going to say they fouled her. Didn't take any time off the clock. Coach O not happy. I don't blame him. Being a Triton supporter, it's a 3-point game now, as if the Tritons were up by 22 to start the fourth quarter. It's been a great run by these Hawks of Northeastern Community College.
Shooting 2. Here we go, Frank. Make or break here, pretty much.
Wow. Frank going to miss her first. She'll shoot once more with 2 seconds remaining on the game clock. 73 to 70. You'll need a half-court heave, basically, if you want it. Oh, and Frank closes it. Here we go. Here comes a half-court heave.
Whoa.
Make it full court as that one bounces coast to coast. 74 to 70. Going to be the final over here. Hodges Fieldhouse. What a great game. And, folks, we're going to break down the numbers after this short break right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
For a place, a people, an idea.
Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. So you can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters and mom and dad and grandpa and grandma need them.
Thank you, first responders.
We look out for the helpers because they look out for us.
At the end of the day, this is what I signed up for as a first responder, and this is what I love to do. And I'm going to continue going to work day in and day out and providing help to those that need it.
Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Love you. Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another. Thanks.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like.
Whoa. Hey, Daddy.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
I see.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, to the post-game report as you're tuned in to Hank Ambrose on the call for the Iowa Central Tritons. The final score, 74-70, but it was not a close game for the entirety of the comeback. We're going to get down to breaking down the game right now, matter of fact. After the first quarter, the score, 15-10 in favor of the Iowa Central Tritons. After the second, 41-27. After the third, 60-38, and then in the fourth quarter, 74-70. Yes, you heard that right. 32 total points were scored in the fourth quarter by the Northeast Hawks. And I'm going to break down exactly how they did it in just a moment here. Right before that, I want to get to the numbers. For the Iowa Central Tritons, in points, Nevaeh Meister had 2. I had Autumn Dykstra with 16. Jaden Frank was 17. Ashley Fountain had 6 to my tally. I had Nevaeh Galloway with 14. Carly West with 10, and Emma Sherrick with 2. I'm gonna fix that. I actually had Ashley Fountain with a total of 11. My apologies. She had 5 in the second half from what I counted. Now, as we switch over to the Northeast Hawks side, Molly Davis, a total of 4. Marta Pons, a total of 5. And then down the lane, I had 20 overall points for number 20, Ashley Hassett. Destiny Epps, who was a shooter, had a total of 4 3-pointers, 14 overall points. Ellie Gathard, a total of 4 points. Lorna Maxon, a total of 11. And Autumn Dickmander with a total of 14. That's what brought it to a final score, 74-70. Starting off the first quarter, I have said this earlier in the broadcast, I sincerely believe that Northeastern did a better job at running their offense. They got better open looks, they got more open looks, but they just could not connect with the basket. They could not execute the job, and if they did in the first quarter, it could have been likely they could have won this game since it was just a 4-point victory for the Iowa Central Tritons. 15-10 was the score after the first quarter, like I said, but then it was all Iowa Central Tritons in the second quarter. They came out with a full court press, and as they were running a full court press, they had no answer for them. The Iowa Central Tritons were all over. To start the second quarter, the Tritons had four steals right out of the gate. 2 for Nevaeh Galloway and 2 for Carly West. And they all resulted in points, a total of 11 being scored. That made the Tritons go up a total of 14 points early, like within the first minute or maybe a minute and a half of the very second quarter. And then closing out, that's kind of like it was back and forth since that point, stayed at 14 points, and that's what we closed with, 41-27, a 14-point lead at halftime for the Iowa Central Tritons. Moving down into the third quarter, once again, all Iowa Central Tritons, except they added to their tally even more. No fouls were committed in the third quarter from what I had on my books. Same with Derek Hudd, who is my co-commentator for the girls' matchup tonight. Final in the third quarter, 60-38. Tritons, that's when they held in the three-pointers by Autumn Dykstra primarily. Did a great job at letting it fly as well with Nevaeh Meister. She had a lot of floaters down low in the paint. And as well as her, a lot of three-point shots made by Ashley Fountain. Just an all-around great shooting performance for the Iowa Central Tritons. And then came to the start of the fourth quarter. Tritons were up by 22 points, but they let up a total of 32 points. Luckily, they scored 14, which made it just a 4-point victory for the Iowa Central Tritons. How Northeastern did it, Tritons, they committed way too many fouls, especially early on into the fourth quarter. Didn't commit any in the third quarter, but right as we got to the start of about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, the Hawks were already near the bonus. And once they got in the bonus, it was lights out for Ashley Hassett, who was their best player, in my opinion, all game long. An overall of 20 points. She's who sunk a really clutch three-pointer to bring it into a single-digit lead since the first time halfway through quarter number one. But the Tritons prevailed as a little bit of tomfoolery was happening out on the court. Coach O was not too happy, I could tell. I wasn't too happy up here in the booth as well, if you heard a little bit of my commentary. As a few calls, a little questionable, but referees, officiating, it's a part of the game of basketball. I love basketball. You fans love basketball. We all love basketball, and it's a part of the game. We got to love it. We got to accept it. And sometimes the Tritons don't get calls to go our way, and sometimes we nearly blow leads, which is almost what happened in the fourth quarter. But no, the Tritons going to stop the losing streak after they only had a one-game losing streak, if you can even call that a losing streak, and they will extend their season record to 15-1 on the season, and that's going to bring them to tied for second in the conference, sitting at a what? Just a one loss overall with a 6-win in their conference. No, 5 wins in the conference. My apologies. Had to check my stat sheet. 5-1 in the conference play, and now that's going to bump down Northeast Community College to 2-3 in the conference, 5-10 overall. But folks, we got to stick around. You got to stick around because we got a lot of great basketball coming up in just a little bit. As Iowa Central Tritons, for the boys team, they're going to be taking over Northeast. It's going to be exciting to see what they can do in just a moment, as they're going to be going up against a really good Northeast shooting team. Northeast really knows how to have those underground shooters that come off the bench. The Tritons going to do somewhat similar of what the girls did at the beginning of game number 2 tonight. Let's see if they can do it after about a 12-minute break before we get into the opening tip-off of the boys playing Northeast tonight. Otherwise, folks, we're going to throw it to a short break, but we'll be back for opening tip-off here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like...
Whoa. Go. My daddy.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers, so you can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters and mom and dad and grandpa and grandma need them.
Thank you, first responders.
We look out for the helpers because they look out for us.
At the end of the day, this is what I signed up for as a first responder, and this is what I love to do. And I'm going to continue going to work day in and day out and providing help to those that need it.
Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Love you. Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another. Thanks.
And here we go. Keck kicks it out to Tunender. Majid brings it up.
Derek, now you're excited already as you're already doing play-by-play. You gonna introduce yourself or what, my man?
Hey, we're getting right into the game.
I mean, what are you like on first dates? Because if you just go straight into it, geez. Here we go, Javante Keck. He won the tip-off, folks. If you don't know, you're listening to Hank Ambrose and Derek Cudd on the call for the Iowa Central Tritons. 0-0 after we just saw a foul. Going to watch down on the call as I was getting my stat sheet ready. As we're watching tonight, if you missed the girls' game earlier, they got the victory, 74-70. Javante Keck will go to the line to shoot 2. Iowa Central Tritons, for their men's team, they are at a total record of 9-9 overall, but 1-4 in the conference. Tonight, going up against a struggling Northeast squad who is 4-9 overall and 0-3 in the conference. The two bottom teams in the conference. This is the perfect game. The Tritons can take over, get a better leap in the conference because so far they have the most amount of losses than anyone else in the conference. We got to switch that around when it comes down to our conference tournament time. 3-0 early as Keck gets us on the board.
Here we go. Sanusi. The shot, no good.
Went long range, and that was a great way of bringing the ball back down to the earth's surface that time by Tunender. As now we're looking at Keck. He's near the top of the key. He's our post player. To see him kind of go way out of his comfort zone, that was kind of rough. Otherwise, Keck, he does lead us in points per game with a total of 15. He was a second-team NJCAA, or ICAC, second-team ICAC. He made the ICAC second team for the basketball. Sorry, I don't know why that was so hard to get out. 18-45 as it is 5-0 early. Tritons on top, led them to 0 points. A minute and a half into the game. And like you said earlier in the girls' broadcast, if you don't know, the boys, they play by halves, 20 minutes apiece, as we just saw the first score of the game on Northeast side, 5-2, 18 and a half minutes to play in the first half of basketball here at Hodges Fieldhouse.
Keck with the ball. Keck going up, spin move, kicks it out to Matthias. Majid with the ball, and they call it travel on Majid.
5-2 early. Coach Ellie telling his guys, get into it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So we will see an inbound pass. Going to come off the hands of Evan Decker. Decker, a guy we got to watch out for. He's the tallest guy on the court right now, even toppling over Javante Keck by about 2 inches. So his post play could be a huge factor in this one. Now, the Tritons have always ran more of a small ball type of offense, so I'm not too worried when we see these more tall ball type of offenses and defenses. But here goes Decker from long range. He'll miss that one as JB, that's Josh Baker, he'll get the rebound as Majid will cut outside. Ooh, nice little isolation moving to the corner as they'll kick around to Matthias. Near the top of the key, Tunender, who didn't start at the beginning of the season, he's gotten a lot of varsity time here as we are getting to the halfway point of the season. Tunender with a fadeaway in the paint. Doesn't usually work out, but that time it does. 7-2 early for the Iowa Central Tritons.
Sanusi is passing it around the three-point line. Sanusi has the ball once again.
Looks like he's calling a play. Now Sanusi running the offense for these Hawks of Northeast Community College. Nice find down low. Just can't connect to him. Behind the back against Tunender, who doesn't have the size working against number 20, Jared Lopez, but he does have the defensive aggression to make sure the shot does not hit the soft spot off the glass. As it will go sideways, it goes high wire now outside of Majid. Majid, numero 23, works his way to the corner with Keck. Here we go, long ball. Keck kicking his way forward for his first three-pointer of the game. 10-2 early for your Iowa Central Tritons. Wow. Keck, I don't know if you could hear that in my voice, but that jump-started me. I feel like I took a shot of an energy drink right there. 10-2, 16 and a half to play in the first half. Here we go. Pump fake, jab step, moving to his weak side, and then throwing up a shot that time. It was Chaz Cullen. Now, something you'll notice in this one, Iowa Central has a much bigger bench compared to Northeast Community College, as they are only being able to play a total of 7 players tonight compared to the Iowa Central Tritons playing up to 12 to 13, and that's not counting our reserve players. Chaz going to move down low as Majid is playing defense, gets by him, and now Majid going to have man defense on him. 10-4 with 16 minutes to play in the first half. Go ahead, Derek Hood.
Majid with the ball. Majid dribbling around, kicks it to Keck. Keck slides it right into Majid with the layup. No good as he takes a belly flop right onto the floor.
It's a hard dive. He's an aggressive player. All these Iowa Central Tritons, blue-collar players. I remember I talked with Coach Helly at the beginning of the season. That's exactly like how he likes his guys. Blue-collar guys, work hard.
Triton tough.
Triton tough. They know how to get to the rim, know how to create fouls and create shots. As Majid will shoot 1 for 1 at the line as he'll have 1 to go. So we'll see the second substitution of the game. Sanusi subbed in for him. Jaden Strachan. Majid to shoot once more.
And it just bounced right off out of the inside of the hoop.
15:45, 11-4 is your score. As we're working towards the top of the key now, going to move it around to Lopez. Haven't seen any successful plays being ran so far. All points have came from a transitional offense, and that one, is it an and one call? I believe it is.
And Lopez.
Yes, it is.
Will have an and one opportunity. Jared Lopez.
Now, was one of those shots, a little hard to tell if it was an and one call, if the foul had happened before the shot, but Lopez, he has one of those shots that are kind of windy. Really knows how to move his body, which creates a lot of fouls, draws a lot of fouls. So props to Lopez for drawing the foul, securing the and one opportunity, but is not clutch enough. Doesn't have the guts to finish off the play at the line. 11-6 early as we are 5 minutes into the first half. Tritons lead at Hodges Fieldhouse.
And if you're just tuning in, this is Tritons men's basketball versus the Hawks of Northeast, and I'm alongside Hank Ambrose.
As Keck goes to the post, tries to do his best carpentry work in the paint, but he'll lose it. Here we go, making his most of his effort, hits under the backboard, no out of bounds called, gonna stick with the ball actually. That time, Emmanuel Alexandre puts it up and in off a second chance opportunity. Lunging at the ball was Kyler Matthias defender. Chaz Callum did a good job at nearly creating a turnover working against the Tritons, but it'll stay with the guys in gray. The Iowa Central Tritons will pass under their backboard. Go ahead, Derek.
My bad. Kicks it in from out of bounds to Keck. Keck to Majid. Majid behind the back, bringing it up. Bringing it across half court, and Keck with the ball.
He's on the wing now. Bounce pass down low to Tunender. Tunender going to use his left to move left. Uh-oh. Someone's got to help him out as he's jammed on the wing. Oh, crazy shot. Josh Baker, I like the idea. Behind granny shot style. One of those shots that you'd only see pulled off in maybe horse, but he went for it. I like the idea. I like the gutsy call by Baker as the Tritons win it back off of a defensive stand. 11-8, 14-14 to play. Ooh, Majid. Oh, crossovers.
Nice move. Matthias.
Oh, my goodness.
With the three.
As I'm picking up my jaw after Jordan Majid had mine dropped as he had a beautiful dime, maybe the assist of the game. 14-8, under 14 minutes to play in the rest of the broadcast, in the first half anyway. Jumping a little ahead of myself, Derek. 14-8. Here we go. Making a move to the baseline as a floater gets sent up. Baker's there on defense, but he can't snatch up an offensive rebound as it goes from long range. Evan Decker, you beat me to the punch as he's going to make it a three-point game once more off of his triple. 14-11, 13.5 to play, and Majid is just toying with the defense. As he works around, tries to find a dime down low to Keck, but Keck loses the ball. Spin move near the half-court line. Oh, who are these guys? Are these? These are guys that you see that have those hopes of highlight reels. Speaking of highlight reels, big fella. Flex on him, Jordan Keck.
And no foul there. At
That's all ball and all guts. 14-11, 12:45 remaining in the first quarter. as we're going to watch Matthias try a three-point bomb. Not going to work in his favor this time as it worked just a moment ago. And a timeout will be called on Northeast side. So, folks, we're going to take one with them. We'll be back after the short break right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
Welcome back, everyone. There's 12 minutes and 41 seconds left here. I'm Derek Cudd, and I would like to thank our sponsors, CNOS of Unity Points Improving Health, the proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. It is currently 14-11. Iowa Central is up. Currently with the ball, Chaz Gulum.
Yeah, I had to check down that time as Kevin Taylor, not Jordan, but Kevin Taylor recently checked into the ball game. He's a guy that started a lot at the beginning of the season. Switching around the offense a little bit here. Is Keck going to work down low behind the back shot, looking like Dr. J. Julius swerving out there, 16-11, under 12 to play. Is Keck leading the guys in gray on offense?
Yeah, since this is our first time this semester, this new year of us doing commentary, once I saw the new starting lineup for this game, I was thrown off. It threw me up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a new look. We haven't seen the Tritons play at home in a little bit. Of course, at the beginning of the season, this is technically the second broadcast since we've gotten back from winter break, but we didn't have any commentators, like you said. Tritons, they've tried a little bit of a different offensive game plan. This is a Triton squad that is very talented, but very young. This is a team that has a really bright future, going to learn from some of the best, coming from Javante Keck, Jackson Smith, and much more from around the area. But other than, and Jordan Majid, I don't want to leave Majid out, my apologies. Jordan Majid, Javante Keck, and of course Jackson Smith, three guys that were very, very prominent in the offense and defense, especially in the starting lineups a season ago, but they are the only three returning players that are still on the team in the program that are getting consistent minutes. 16-11 after we saw a missed free throw.
And in comes Alexandre.
Lopez takes a nice shot. He will make 1 for 2 from the line. Made his second one. 16-12, it's still close. Tritons need to find a way to clamp up on defense and spread their wings on offense. Full court press.
Whoa.
Off the rim. That is just unlucky.
That's lucky for them, but not for us.
No, Stulo tried to throw it over across his body, and it hit the rim. Super unlucky, as we had three guys there after they sent over a full court press. They had the right guy there at the right time. Props to Northeastern.
That was a nice handoff.
The Tritons. 16-11, under 11 to play in the first half. Keck working his post work. He's a painter. He'll paint your house as he goes up. Second chance opportunity, third.
4.
Goodness. 16-14, 10:45 remaining in the first quarter. Coast to coast, as we'll see a tie ball game after Decker has a nice Euro step to step the Hawks in the right direction.
And here we go, Stulo to Taylor. Taylor, crossover, gives it with a handoff to Baker. Keck with the ball once again with 10 minutes, 17 seconds left here. 6 on the shot clock. They have to get rid of it soon. 4, 3, 2, and I believe stepped out of bounds. Is that what they call it? No, a foul.
It's a reach-in foul. It's going to go back to the Hawks. So for the first time since the very beginning of the game, out of the opening tip-off, the Hawks had an opportunity to take the lead. 16 all, 10 minutes, 10 seconds remaining, exactly in half number 1.
First time in the game for today. number 32, Nick Black of the Iowa Central Tritons. Comes in for Baker.
Here goes Decker. I like a smart move as we got Keck on him. Those are the two guys out in tall ball formation. Oh, driving to the lane, trying to get a hawk roll. They can't get it. Kev Taylor now going to pass over to Keck. 1-on-2 fast break, coast to coast. Easy finger roll. He's looking for a foul. He's not going to get it, but he got a big 2-point shot to roll for the Iowa Central Tritons. 18-16.
I sure thought that was a foul, too. From way downtown, and he's good. Sanusi.
Wow. Will take the lead back for the first time since the opening basket. 18-19. 9:15 remains in the first half. Kev Taylor now is going to work around the bend. Top of key to Keck. Now kicking it to Kale on the wing. Money! Kale Stulo. Big dog. Making big moves out there on the court. Hodges Fieldhouse. 21-19, under 9 to play. Oh, Decker. Shot to the heart. And they're back on top. That's not the lyrics. But we're going to keep going with the broadcast. 21-22, 8:45 remaining in the first half. Just joined the broadcast. Listen to Hank Ambrose and Derek Head on the call for the Iowa Central Tritons. Out of bounds call? Out of bounds was called on that last pass over towards Kev Taylor. We'll see a substitution. Tunider going to check in for Kev Taylor, and Jordan Majid checking in for Kale Stulo.
I want to bring something up real quick, Hank.
What's up?
So, you know, Keck and Decker, I think they might have a little, like, disagreements going on, because right after that three, he was doing, like, a money sign. Decker was doing a money sign motion right to Keck. Something's going to happen by the end of this game.
Could be astute observation off of your part. We'll see if it plays out. 21-22, Tritons down by 1. Keck handing off to Majid. Majid with the drive, kicking outside to the wing. Nick Black stops, doesn't pop. It'll go outside to Matthias. On the wing, no good. Majid has got his back, and he's got the offensive rebound. He'll take a screen, and Keck will roll, but he doesn't need it because he's got the backboard. No, as it's off. Tracking back on defense. Tritons got all 5 of their guys. It was a 3-on-5 fast break. Decker from long range is off the front side of the rim, but it's a rebound. Hawks try to put it back up. No good. Kyler Matthias jumps on the ball. Double team early. Loses it after Tuninder scrapping for the ball. Rugby scrum. Oh, my goodness. That looked like a cross-face cradle out there. 21-22. 7.5 to play in the first half. Kale Stulo now, top of key. Looking to roll to his right, wants to call up an offensive game plan. Great ball movement, off ball. Look at these guys move. As Tuninder cuts the lane, he splices and dices, and he brings up 2, and now an opportunity for one more. 23-22, Tritons retake the lead.
And if you're just tuning in, this is Tritons men's basketball, as you missed a great women's matchup as they came out on top against the Northeast Hawks, as the men are on top by 1, by 2 now.
7 minutes, 15 seconds to play in the first half. 24-22, coming up with the ball, Sahid Sanusi. Sanusi's on the logo, Majid covering tightly. Like the game plan so far. Decker against Keck. Probably the best matchup we're going to see all night. We'll see. Keck going to drive down low, working against Tuninder. Tuninder with a big-time stop. No block his way. Jordan Majid, as he's going to cut the lane. Before, he's tightly guarded. Nick Black now gets to the corner. As Black,
he's out of bounds.
Jumping on the ball. Is it an out-of-bounds call? Great call by the referee. Now, I like that one. As it'll go back to the guys in gray, the Iowa Central Tritons, as they're up 2, 6:45 remaining in the first half. Majid was going to pass in as he's near the half-court line. See what he tries to call here. He'll call over for Kale Stulo, who's going to drive to his weak side before he kicks it to the corner. Not going to pop it, but Stulo will, paying his due in return. Takes a Triton bounce before it doesn't, and it goes back 24-22. Uh-oh. Hawks in a good position here. Will they try a three-point shot? I don't know. Strachan was open for a time being, but he didn't believe in it, as Emmanuel Alexandre is now near the logo. Looking like he wants to outrun Stulo as he's going to drive to the wing. Tunender tightly guarded, but it does not matter. In the face, Jared Lopez from downtown. 24-25. This is back and forth. This basketball match, a little bit more of a ping pong match. That's how it's gone back and forth. Working on the wing. Keck now is with it. He's on the free throw line. And, about decided to let it fly as Keck working down low. Pump fake up and in.
In and in. One opportunity.
26-25. Sounded like it put you in slow motion for a second, Derek.
I was making sure that was an and one opportunity before I said the wrong thing.
Hey, that's okay. We're still starting up the second semester here, just getting back to broadcasting after a long winter break. We're going to see some miscommunication errors out on the court and probably some miscommunication in the broadcast. That's okay. We'll grow with the Tritons, won't we?
Yes, we will.
27-25, 5:45 remains in the first half. As Keck did, in fact, make an and one opportunity. He is 13 tonight. Sahid Sanusi now going to roll to the wing as they're going to put it on over on a platter to Tanner Ostrick. Ostrick not going to take the shot, but Sanusi will in his favor. Three-pointer flies. How many three-pointers do the Hawks have? I'm losing count, Derek. I'm going to make sure I'm going to have to take a count by the halftime report because it's 27-28 in favor of the Hawks out of Northeastern Community College. Woo! Kale Stulo.
Great ball movement there.
Like a smooth criminal, Michael Jackson style, put him on skates, working down low, driving the baseline. It's Jordan Majid, 29-28, 5 minutes remaining.
Another great ball movement there, but this time by Northeast, making it 29-30 Northeast Hawks. Tuender lost the ball.
4:45 is on the clock, 29-30. So we're still in the first half. Folks, if you joined a little late and don't know if it's quarters or halves, it is halves, as we're going to be seeing a 20-minute second half to play in just a little bit. Otherwise, we still have 4.5 to play here and the first half to play in Hodges Fieldhouse. Tritons down 1 against the bottom seed in the ICAC Conference, the Northeastern Hawks. Ooh, three-point shot is up off the front side of the rim. Soft touch as we will see Tunender get the rebound. And here comes Kale Stulo as he'll move outside, dribble move before he goes down to Nick Black, who will send it down the baseline. Tunender to lose it, but he'll jump on the ball in the corner. Majid, here we go. Dribbles to his weak side before he tries a floater off the front side of the rim. That was one of those shots that he, I think, wants back. You could tell after he shot the ball, he crashed the boards immediately. I think it just barely left his fingertips a little too soon. 29-30, 3:55 remaining. Stulo is running the point guard position. Taylor is at the top of the key before he moves to the weak side. Here comes Majid. Now around the bend. Great ball movement. Taylor looking to get on the board for the first time tonight, and he will do just that.
Here we go. Decker to Cullum. Lopez, no, and it rolls off the front left side of the rim.
It's going to stay with the Tritons, 31-20, or 31-30, with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. I like the idea by Lopez. Pulling the trigger at the top of the key. Try to heat check, as he had a three-pointer just a minute ago. Taylor now is now jammed in the corner, so he's going to have to move the ball. Ooh!
Broken ankles, but he still kept hands.
As that pass was off over the head of Stulo. Stulo not happy with that as it went haywire. They're going to have to talk it over after the Hawks call the first timeout in the first half. 31-30. Folks, we're going to be right back after the short break on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve. CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
And we're back. We'd like to say thanks to our sponsors, CNOS at Unity Point Improving Health, the proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. We have 3 minutes left here in the first half. 31-30. Tight game here, Hank. Tight game here with the Tritons on top by 1.
We've seen double-digit lead changes as we are just in the first half. Like you said, only 3 minutes to play. The Hawks just used a timeout. As they have the basketball, Sahid Sanusi will move up the court. And now working to the wing on the weak side. Oh! And right as I was about to say it was a nice play design, Taylor says otherwise. 31-30, 2:40 to play. Tunender at the top of the key. You usually see him more on the wing. Now roles will be reversed as Stulo, spin move. Wow. He crossed me over up in the crow's nest even. Dude's got handles. 31-30, 2:15. Man, tell you what, you know, me and Stulo, I gotta track down that cat. He's got special handles that not a lot of other players have, because I'm not used to the way he can just dribble around every single player out there on the court. So I got to do a better job at studying him so I'm more prepared for our future commentaries together.
That is right.
31-30, 2:15 remains as we are now looking at Emmanuel Alexandre, top of the key, before he moves to his weak side. Going towards Decker. Decker sets the screen. Working around the bend. Joining the half circle. Wide open down low in the paint. Way to go. Nice shot that time. Well, I actually don't have him on my roster sheet. Went down low. Got him for me. Oh, right here. Jaden Strachan. That was his first basket of the night. I think that's why I missed his name. My apologies. 31-32. A minute 45 remaining as Keck is on the strong side.
He almost lost control there, but he got it.
Oh, he's good. He's got that sixth sense, and he's got the power, the willpower down low. He's saying he's the little dog compared to the big dog, and Javante Keck, 33-32.
Oh.
Taylor's got a block on the other end of the court, but they're going to call for a foul, and look at that. Love it. Keck, great sportsmanship. As Jaden Strachan fell down low, the first person to help him out, Javante Keck, that had nothing to do with the play. He's a true leader of this Iowa Central basketball program, role model to many.
I'm surprised that was a call on Stulo. I didn't see Stulo doing it.
Oh, was it Stulo?
Yeah.
You know, it was close. When you both go up with the basketball, defending a shot, it's a little hard to call a foul, which is what Taylor did. not Majid, but Stulo did come over and apply double team pressure. So usually the backhand guy usually gets it. 0 for 2, but offensive
Lopez.
Rebound, and another foul happens, so Lopez will go to the line to shoot 2 more.
1 minute and 27 seconds remaining here. It's still 1 point lead for Iowa Central as it's 33-32. And at the line is number 20, Lopez.
With his left hand. The Hawks struggling from the free throw line. They've missed their last 3 in a row. We'll see a substitution. Tanusi check in. He will sub in for Jaden Strachan. Jared Lopez to shoot 1 more at the line. He could tie it up here.
And Keck comes down with the rebound. Says, you're not tying us. You ain't tying us.
4 missed free throws in a row. That means the Tritons got out of a bad situation as they could be down by 3 right now if those free throws were executed. That's going to be something that'll come back to haunt the Hawks later in the game as Keck misses a floater. 33-32, a minute remaining. This is a tough spot up here in the Crow's Nest because we have a little blind from where we look at our scoreboard because of a basketball hoop in the way, so I apologize if I messed up the guess score a little bit here. But it is 33-32 after a big-time block has happened off the hands of Sanusi, working down low. Taylor wants to show what he's got on defense. It'll say it was out of bounds after Taylor poked it free.
Looked like a three-hand touch.
Passing under the Triton backboard. Inbound pass going successful, and look at this. Decker running a play. Must be a design play for a postman. Yeah, that's what I would say, is they only have two beyond the three-point line. Taylor working down low.
Lopez.
Here's that postman. Yep, backdoor cut, but it worked towards the center of the paint, 33-34, as Majid will get the inbound pass. Here we go. This could be the final drive.
There's 20 seconds remaining here.
The first half. 33-34, here comes Majid on the wing. 10 seconds. He's looking at the clock. You saw him look up for a second there. 6 seconds. Taylor feeds it down low, poked free. Triton's got to track back on defense. One-on-one, fast break. Sanusi!
Buzzer beater.
At the buzzer beater, just like what Derek Cudd said. 33-36. What a way to close off the half for the Hawks, who, for the most part, did not have the lead that much. That's the first time they actually will take a more than 1 point lead in this ball game, Derek. 33-36 is your halftime score. Folks, we're going to have to take a short break, but make sure you come back to us in a little bit here because we're going to break down the numbers, talk about the first half, and set the way forward for the start of half number 2 until we conclude the game here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. So you can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters and mom and dad and grandpa and grandma need them.
Thank you, first responders.
We look out for the helpers because they look out for us.
At the end of the day, this is what I signed up for as a first responder, and this is what I love to do. And I'm going to continue going to work day in and day out and providing help to those that need it.
Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Love you. Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another. Thanks.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. So you can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters and mom and dad and grandpa and grandma need them.
Thank you, first responders.
We look out for the helpers because they look out for us.
At the end of the day, this is what I signed up for as a first responder, and this is what I love to do. And I'm going to continue going to work day in and day out and providing help to those that need it.
Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Love you. Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another. Thanks.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Derek Cutt, and we're here for Triton basketball. It's currently halftime as Iowa Central's down by 3, 36-33, with Northeast Hawks in the lead at halftime. Here's some stats of the first half. Majid is sitting at 5 points with 2 steals. Keck has 13 points, 1 steal with 1 block as well. And Taylor, 2 points, 1 block. And Stulo with 3 points on his name. And then for the visiting Hawks, Sanusi has 10 points. Alexandre has 2 points. Decker has 5 points with 2 steals. Well, Strachan has 2 points and 1 block. And Jared Lopez has 12 points. And Cullum has 2 points on his name as well. So far in the first half, what do you think the Tritons have done good, Hank?
Tritons done a great job at communicating on defense. I think that's been their strong suit so far. This is a Northeastern team that really likes to have a lot of really good off-ball movement, and really the best teams have good off-ball movement. That's a no-brainer, and I hate to point that out on the broadcast because it's kind of like, but of course, Northeastern, a team that does really good at doing their backdoor cuts, but more towards the center of the lane, inside the paint, rather than running the baseline, leaving a guy open after a double team is sent over. Tritons done a great job at keeping the eyes in the back of their head, accounting for everyone, and doing a good job at leading everyone back and back and back after being down by 1 point over and over and over again. It's been a ping-pong style basketball match we've seen, Derek, so far. The Tritons got to keep up the intensity, got to keep up the communication if they want to have a chance in the second half. Northeastern, on the other hand, they've been playing probably the best game of the season. Really, really close matchup so far on the season. First time this season, Northeastern has led at halftime. They're 4-9 on the season so far, 0-3 in the conference. Your Iowa Central Tritons are 9-9 overall and 1-4 in the conference. The Tritons have lost the most amount of times out of anyone else in the ICAC conference, and they need to kick it in the second gear once the second half starts, because if they go down 1-5 in the conference, could be a lot of crime to pay heading into the rest of the season because you do not want to be the bottom seed in your conference. Otherwise, you could get snubbed out of conference play later on in the postseason, Derek.
That is true. I have another question for you. So far since there, what do you think Coach Helly of the Iowa Central Tritons should talk to their team about to get them fired up so they can be above their 50% average?
Good point right there. The Tritons are a very talented team. They can really put it together. Like we said earlier on, about halfway through the first half, this is a team that do not have a lot of returning sophomores. A lot of these guys are freshmen or first-time players at the JUCO level that are getting minutes for the Iowa Central Tritons. A few of them are transfer players, but the returning guys coming up that consistently get minutes, Jackson Smith, Javante Keck, and Jordan Majid. Those three alone are the guys returning that got a lot of varsity time last year that are getting consistent time this year. That's a huge jump from last season to this season. Most teams can bring back about 6 to 7 players. These guys bringing back just 3 and having just 2 starting throughout the majority of the season, it's tough. It's tough out there. I think the emphasis is on the leadership guys. They've done a great job at leading this team so far this season. They got to keep the intensity high. They got to keep going with the aggression and just go back to playing basketball. Sometimes you get out there, play a little too much more of football, as you announced earlier, as they're playing football out there, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast. And that's true. Checking down the shoulder, a little scruffy out there sometimes. Let's get back to opening up the lanes, opening up the shots on offense, and playing the Triton basketball we know and love that happens in Hodges Fieldhouse. What do you think, Derek?
I totally agree with what you said there, Hank. Because leadership means everything. And when you have some more like second years, more experienced people, they know what it's like. So yes, I totally agree with what you said about these 3 experienced Triton players helping out all the rest.
As we have just 4 minutes remaining, the boys have stormed the court, shooting around, getting ready to begin the second half of play in just a little bit here. But folks, this has been your halftime report. Once again, the halftime score 33-36 in favor of the Hawks out of Northeast Community College. You're listening to Hank Ambrose and Derek Cutt on the call. But until we get back to the start of the second half, we will see you in just a little bit here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Welcome back, Triton Nation, to the broadcast here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. You're listening to Hank Ambrose and Derek Cudd on the call as we begin the second half of basketball here tonight at Hodges Fieldhouse. Derek, how you doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling a little bit tired. You know, I just was out there warming up with him, getting ready. He said he might put me in, but who knows?
Okay, well, we must be up by a lot of points if you're going to put you in just a little bit. But anyway, 33-36 after that missed shot to open up the second half by the Hawks. So Jordan Majid, Josh Baker, Tudender, Javante Keck, and Kyler Matthias is out on the court, and we're going to try out the Northeast specialty, a little backdoor cut. That time laid up and in off of the hands of Josh Baker, who had 0 points in the first half. Usually a guy that is second overall in points per game for the Iowa Central Tritons. Let's see what we can do to feed him the ball starting off the second half.
That's exactly what I was about to say at the same exact time, because I was like, I looked up there and saw that change to 2, and I'm like,
well, Derek, that case, you snooze, you lose.
You got me before the punch on that one, as you always say.
35-36, under 19 to play. Derek, what do you got for us?
Great basketball.
As Majid has a deep 2-point shot for us. Derek didn't add much to the commentary there, but hey, we got the lead back, 37-36, 18 and a half to play. Derek's going to be taking over.
And here, passes it out to Alexandre. No good. And out of bounds, called on the Hawks. As it's Iowa Central ball. Passing it in for Iowa Central will be Matthias. Majid swipes it right to the right to Keck. Keck bringing it up the middle. Spin move in, off the left side of the rim as the Hawks come down with the rebound.
Keck. It's a guy, he's a bruiser down low. Hawks going to have to keep that in the back of their mind as Lopez working with the basketball. He's going to get on the scoreboard once more. He has 12 tonight for Northeast.
Keck with the ball. Keck kicks it to Majid. Majid with a nice hand movement and a nice and one opportunity right here. And one opportunity from Majid.
Majid, he's cooking with canola oil. Starting off the second half is, I took that one straight from the great Rob Jones, one of my mentors in broadcasting. 39-38, Majid. Here we go. As he crashed the board right away after the shot. Can't do that. Saying he moved too early. Saying he moved before the ball touched the rim. Violation. 39-38, Triton lead. 17:45 remaining in the final half of basketball to play. Here we go. Sanusi going to pass to the top of the key with Lopez standing alone. Now down to Decker. Perimeter. Ball movement. Notice here, no passes inside the half circle yet, as they've all been along the three-point line. You got to think what they're trying to do is a three-pointer. Sanusi, step back three, just like I said, trying to draw a foul. Man, don't have very good acting classes over at Northeast Community College because Sanusi would have failed drama right there. 41-38, 17 to play in the second half. As Majid slices his way into the paint for a nice layup.
And there's a timeout here on the court. So as they take a timeout here, we will take a timeout up here in the booth. We'll be right back here on Iowa Central's YouTube channel.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win.
And we're back. I'm Derek Cudd alongside Hank. And here we go. Decker to Sanusi. And here goes Lopez, but stolen by Baker. Baker wants more than 2 points on the board right now, so he's looking for an opening. Majid with the ball. Majid, nice ball movement. Crossover. Hands it off to Baker. Baker. Bounce pass to Keck. Keck. And there was a foul called on Alexandre.
41-38, as we're going to see the Tritons pass in under the Hawk rim. 16-15 remaining. Big brother gets the pass from little brother. Javante Keck lays it up and in off the soft glass. 43-38, 16-10 remains in the second half.
I was hoping for a standing dunk there. He had room.
I'll take the points, but.
And here come, and a blocking foul on Tuninder.
It's a shooting foul, so he'll go to the line to shoot two.
And that's the first foul of the second half for the Iowa Central Tritons. Shooting at the line will be Cullum.
Cullum got it to go. So he'll shoot one more at the line. So he'll make it a 43-39 game, under 16 minutes to play in the second half. Cullum, what you got out your sleeve? Ooh, trying to box him out. See a new substitution in for the Iowa Central Tritons. Kyrie Fuller, he's checked into the ball game for the first time tonight. And right away after Lopez crashed the board to get the rebound, he was fouled, so now Tritons in a bad predicament. 2 team fouls in a row within 5 seconds of play. I don't like that to start the second half. Here we go now. Lopez shoots with his left arm, throws it up, makes it 43-40. Lopez to shoot once more, and they huddle up near the free throw line. I wonder what the Hawks talk about there. You got any idea, Derek?
I have no clue. I just saw Stulo go to the trainer for a second, but then I was making sure he was all right. Then he came back, so he's good.
43-40, 15:45 remains in the second period. Here we go with Majid. Ooh, nearly put him on skates. Kicking to the corner with Kyrie Fuller. Ooh, travel called. Kyrie got double teamed, and he could not handle the heat as it's going to go back to the Hawks.
And coming into the game for the first time tonight is going to be Clark, Jaden Clark.
Jaden Clark, let's see what he's got for us. Player I'm unfamiliar with.
That's exactly what I was about to say too, Hank.
Didn't get to see him play in the first half of the season. It'll be interesting to see what he's got for us. Who knows? He could be the start of something fresh. 15:35, Tritons up 3. Nice little outlet pass to the corner. Clark starts his Triton career with a big-time block. Coast to coast. Oh, no, Keck. Hard fall down low. The Baker went over after he noticed Keck was on the ground. 43-40.
He wanted that dunk too there.
Baker cracked me up. He kind of pranced over to get Keck. As he'll crash the lane, Keck, you're not gonna fool him twice, as he's gonna hit it off the soft glass the second time. 45-40. Keck makes it a 5-point lead.
If I'm correct, this is the biggest lead by Iowa Central. 5, I believe.
I don't remember. I have not been keeping track. Possibly. It's been such a back and forth game. It's the first time it's been a 5-point game in a while. Make it 8 points. Okay. Kyler Matthias. Haven't heard a lot from him. He's an unsung hero. Has played great defense and has shot 2 for 2 from three-point land. Both of them coming in from the corner. 48-40. The Hawks need a timeout. The Tritons get a breather as we're going to take a timeout with the Tritons. We'll be back after this short break for more basketball here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
And we're back. We would like to say thanks to our sponsors, CONS at Unity Point Improving Health, the proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics.
48-40, 14 and a half to play. Lopez backed up in the paint. Here comes Decker, who's been quiet. Clark, defensive monsters. He's going to go to the rack. Big fella. Clark.
First game, and he's going on.
Look at Coach Ellie. He's got his hands up. What do you want from me? It's a 10-point lead, 50-40. Clark's on fire. NBA Jam style. 50-40, 14 minutes remain in the second half. Clark, within the first 2 minutes of action he's got as an Iowa Central Triton, he's got a block, he's got a steal, and now he's got a dunk. So I need to make some room on my roster sheet now.
During halftime, I did say I feel like there's going to be a dunk.
Gonna let that one ring out?
I wanted to see how long Brownie can say 3.
52-40. As I think it should be 55. 15-point lead, the Tritons put it on cruise control halfway through the second half of play.
I'm still a little bit confused on what Coach Helly was a little frustrated about.
This is a transitional fast break offense, you see. We didn't push the boards. We actually stopped. It looked like Majid was wanting a three-point try. I think that's what he was upset with anyway. 52-40. I might be wrong. Must have not have. I'm not for sure. We'll make sure to correct it in just a moment here. As Baker crashing the board down low. He's a big guy. As he's going to put Chaz Callum on his buttocks.
Here we go. This is the Josh Baker we were talking about, where he's going to start scoring.
See what he's got. Coach Shelley goes back to talk about his team in a huddle. Calls over. Looks like the emphasis is on Jordan Majid. I do think that Majid, looking for a three-pointer, he ended up pushing the offense in that direction. He'll be subbed out for Cale Stulo. 53-40 on the court for the Tritons. Kyler Mathias, Javante Kex, Cale Stulo, Brown, Josh Baker as he goes 2 for 2 from the line. (54-40), under 13 to play. There we go.
Clark must have been brought up from JV, because I think I saw him in a JV game.
I'm going to make sure I get the scoop from Coach Helly after the game. Let's see the call. Going to be called on Clark. Is that right? Did I hear Clark?
Yes.
Don't have a Clark on the
His
roster
second.
sheets. I think that was supposed to be Callum. It'll go back to the Hawks. Here we go. On the wing, moving down low, Sanusi. Sanusi, where are you going? As Brown keeps it alive. Baker alley-oop to Keck. Ooh! Off the rim. Brown with the happy feet gets the rebound, 56-40. As Baker will laugh that one off. Oh. I see. It's because I just wrote down Clark, because Jaden Clark is 52. That's why. My apologies, folks. I see what I did wrong right there.
I was about to wait to tell you that until we got off the...
Oh, come on. It's Jaden Clark. Okay, Jaden Clark is a guy that comes out of nowhere. I have to fill him in at the bottom of my sheet because I don't have another roster spot for him. I apologize, Jaden. I'll make sure I make an extra room for you for the next broadcast. I see why I miss Clark now. As he shoots the ball near the free throw line, but can't make it that time. 56-40, under 12 to play. Going to push up the court. Sanusi on the wing. Cale Stulo is going to run his own on defense. So we got 3 Tritons inside the paint, working down low. Going to go to the corner. Shot is up. It's off. Rebound by Clark.
Nice rebound by Clark there. Stulo bringing it up for the Tritons to Baker. Baker bounce passes it in, and DeKeck as he just hands it back off to Stulo. Keck, spin move off the backboard.
Shake his head after that one. 56-40, 11 to play. Driving the baseline. Oh, could have taken the shot for himself. Instead, he wanted an assist. He's going to feed it to the big man, Ostrick. As we're working down the court with Stulo, he's got his eyes up. Nice little handoff. I like the idea. Getting some guys involved. Stulo going to track back to help out Keck. We'll set a screen. Working on the Wake side of the court. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds after he saved the ball. Or as he saved the ball, if you will.
Good call, ref.
56-42, 10.5 to play. Derek liked that call. Could
Yes,
have been a
he did.
5-on-4 offensive drought, though. Still like the call? It's okay.
It's
Keck works
it's our
under the
ball.
rim. Now it's not.
Well,
it's a Hawk possession. They go coast to coast looking for an open three-pointer in transition. No good.
Don't be cocky. That's what you get with a miss.
It's hard to shoot. It's hard to shoot threes. It's hard to shoot threes off of the fast break as Matthias is going to move to his weak side. A reach and foul going to be called that time against Tanner Ostrick. 56-42, 10-15. Just joined the broadcast, you're listening to Hank Ambrose and Derek Loopy Cudd up in the crow's nest. As we saw, a timeout just called. It's a media timeout, so folks, we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back after the short break on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
And we're back. It's 56-42 with the Tritons in the lead. And it is Hawks ball. Tritons ball, my bad. Matthias into Stulo. Stulo received the ball by a handoff from Keck. Keck got the ball dished to him. And here comes a brand new Clark.
56-42, under 10 to play. The Hawks now going to move in transition. They need three-pointers. Truthfully, their perimeter shot has been off as it was really on key in the first half to play. They accounted for a total of 5 three-pointers in the first half as a team overall. They've yet to hit one in the second. And Keck, reaching foul. They in the bonus? Going to look down low. I think they are.
Yes, they do. They both of us do have the bonus. And Lopez is at the line, and it's good. So since he made that one, he gets another shot at the line.
56-43, 9:45 remains in the second half of play. There we go, Lopez.
Second attempt. Ooh, off the front side of the rim.
There you go. Keck gonna hand off short. Ooh, step back. Watch out for him. Stulo's got skates. Woo! Man. Someone's got to look out for him. Maybe like a dancer to a hip-hop group. Stulo's got moves, my man. 56-43, 9:25 is on the clock in the second half. Stulo will pass in the basketball. So he goes over to talk with the referee. Disagreeing about something. It is Triton ball. You don't want to disagree too much. Here we go. Under the Hawk basketboard. He's going to the corner. Matthias, that's his happy spot.
Here we go.
Keck lowers his shoulder and puts the ball up and puts the ball in. 15-point lead, 58-43, 9:15 remaining in the second half. Off of a Keck splash. Sanusi now with it as he drives the lane, trying to do his best Stulo impression. Doesn't work out, but he'll dish out the top of the key before Baker gets the rebound. Baker a little off on offense, hasn't been involved anyway. He hasn't really been bad shooting the ball, just a little less involved on offense. As he's going to lose it, saves it. Oh, wow.
Ooh,
a lot more impressive than losing it is saving the basketball, as he did right there. Clark, I think, let it get the best of him as he didn't get a good grasp on the ball. It'll stay 58-43.
Back of his heel accidentally got out of bounds.
Yep.
So, right, it was still a good move. At least Coach Helly agreed it was a good move, too, so that's good.
Sanusi bounces it down low to Lopez, who's open. 58-45, 8:25 remaining.
And here comes Stulo bringing it up. Is he going to do his... Oh, yes, he is. He's going to do his move.
His move.
I'm going to call it the Stulo move now.
Stulo, all right.
The Stulo.
On the wing, line drive pass towards the post. Keck is open. He can take it if he wants to. Doesn't. Clark is going to try from long range.
Oh, that was close.
Heavy off of the square of the rim. It's going to go back to the Hawks.
Decker, angry that he didn't get past to.
Sanusi thought about it. He'll drive the baseline. Over Keck. Man, gutsy, daredevil type of call by Sanusi. Going head-on-head against Keck. And, of course, it didn't work out in his favor. Woo! Make sure your shoes are tied and you fasten your seat belts. Stulo does the dirty work, just can't get the easy part done. 58-45, 7.5 to play as Baker gets it in the corner. Matthias now on the opposite side of the paint. He'll move up the court. Stulo, he's so fun to watch. I know we make a little bit of
Stulo.
I know we make it a little fun up here in the broadcast booth. Stulo, though, seriously, such a promising young player. I have so much fun watching him. As Matthias bounces it down low to Javante Keck, the go-to move is a spin move in the post. 60-45. Clark going to be called for a shooting foul, I believe, as Lopez should be going to the line, shooting at least one, should be two, after the 16 foul.
Remember, he's at the bottom of your sheet, Hank.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
60-45. So we're just under 7 minutes to play in the final half of basketball tonight in Fort Dodge, Iowa, at Hodges Fieldhouse on Iowa Central campus. Lopez. Jinx.
Majid and Matthias. No. Tuninder, my bad, have subbed into the game.
Subbed in for Stulo and Clark. The rest of the Tritons on the floor.
Got some
Majid, Baker, Matthias, Tuninder, Keck. Here comes Matthias as he's going to move it up the court. 60-46. Here we go. Keck now.
He's looking for a handoff.
He's on the square toe of the baseline before he hands off. Going to the top of the key. Fakes the pass and tries a three-pointer. Ooh, fancy. I like it. 60-46, 6.5 to play. Triton's got to clamp up. Speaking about clamping up on defense.
That was all ball.
I mean, what better timing? Spitting that out of my mouth. Right when Keck gets a big-time block down low.
6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here. And I just was having so much fun. I just looked up at the scoreboard, and I'm like, at the start of this half, it was a 1-point lead. Now, Iowa Central's kicking it into gear.
A 3-point lead, actually, by the Hawks. 60-46 the score. Oh, look at the Tritons. Not doing a full court press, sticking back to their zone. They don't believe in these Hawks' 3-point shooting ability. And after the first 10 minutes have passed in this half, I wouldn't either. Good call by Coach Helly to set up this defensive front. On the wing now, Sanusi travels down low. Doesn't get called for a travel. Should correct myself there. As he's going to try a step back. Not going to work. Decker goes left, works right before he shoots the ball. Goes out of bounds off of the hands of Keck, possibly Matthias. It's going to retain possession of the Hawks. 60-46, 5:45 remains now in the second half. Tanner Ostrich still looking for his first points of the matchup. Sanusi going to drive for himself. Athletic maneuver. Woo!
That was a great move by Sanusi.
That was nice. 60-48.
Oh! Nice move by Majid.
That makes me upset because I looked down to write the 2 on my stat sheet and I missed that. I'll have to go back to an instant replay. Didn't miss that. Javante Keck. And one opportunity. (62-48) as Keck puts the cherry on top after Majid crossed the man over. Big fella. Javante Keck is 25 on the night. Make it 26. 63-48, 15-point lead. Biggest lead of the night. Tied for the biggest lead of the night. We did have 15 earlier in the game.
Three-pointer by Ostrich.
63-51, under 5 to play. Tritons, they can change the tempo to a little bit of a slow burn here if they'd like to. Still a lot of basketball to be played. 5 minutes is a lot. That is what? Near 20 possessions. Oh, my. I wanted to give the Hawks a little bit of hope. The Hawks fans and the broadcast, I wanted to give them a little hope, but Matthias just burned out the light, in my opinion, with that last three-pointer. 66-51, 4.5 to play.
What about Majid with that layup?
Emulating Brownies, PA.
I like it.
68-51, 4:15. Majid goes on top with 2.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Good three-pointer. 4 minutes left here remaining, and it's currently 68-51.
Keck goes for a jab step. Right before he sets over a screen, Baker trying the same route. Before he gets the ball, rewarded back to him. Keck working down low in the post. Jab before he works to his strong side. He's double teamed, but it does not matter. The big man, 3-0, has 28.
He's trying to match his numbers with his points.
Keck is on cruise control. Top of key, working around the wing now. Tanner Ostrich goes from long range. He had a three-pointer just a moment ago. Can't get it that time. 3:25 remains. Josh Baker dribbles up the court. Oh, 2-on-3. Could have called it as a fast break, but he'll take his time. Ooh, half circle. Ooh, before he gets pickpocketed. Working around the bend now. 3-on-3 fast break on the wing. Acted like he was going to pass it down low before he faked it.
To absolutely no one. A pass to our athletic trainer.
Director.
I was right the first time. Got a little excited, Hank.
You're getting excited about this win over here, aren't you?
Yes.
Now, we still got a lot of basketball to be played now, Derek. It's a 19-point lead, but come on. 3 minutes remaining. 70-51. Derek was just so excited to get back to broadcasting here in his second semester as an Iowa Central Triton. Jumping ahead of the curve. 70-51. Here we go. 3 minutes to play. Baker's in the corner. He's going to have a nice lob. See if Keck can match his jersey number. As he will drive. He wants to.
And he can.
He makes it look easy as pie.
See, I can go do that. I can go out and just go, wham.
You're not fooling anyone. 72-53. 2.5 minutes remaining. Majid now. Going to cross the half-court line before he's near the top key. Dribble move before he passes short to Baker. Baker to Matthias. Long range. He's a sniper. 75-53. Kyler Matthias is money. Ooh, Nice soft touch off of the backboard. Jared Lopez. Been very impressive tonight from what I've seen out on the court, as he has gotten 23 on the night before they go to the corner with Tunender. Tunender saying he wants a cut as he goes for a backdoor cut. Baker doesn't see him. He'll take it for himself. Weak side. Ooh!
Oh, that looked a little painful.
Hard stuff. On the other end of the court, the guys weren't ready to back up. Josh Baker hits the court hard. He'll laugh it off, 75-57. Props to the block by Chaz Callan. But let's get back to basketball, 75-57. Matthias now is on the wing at his sweet spot. Majid, trying to save the ball. Back-to-back turnovers, one-on-one fast break. Euro step gets it done and will make it just a 16-point lead.
With 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining here in the game.
Majid dancing dirty on the half-court line. Baker in the corner trying to pay back his dues. Can't get it to go. 75-59, a minute to play. Gets his hand in there as Keck is going to let a foul go against Lopez. Lopez is 23. He'll go to the line. Possibly make it 25.
Even though there's 57 seconds left, Keck better watch out. He's got 3 fouls.
Yeah, it's looking like we'll see a mass substitution, though, here in just a moment.
Full squad.
Jared Lopez, a little too hard off of his touch. See a mass substitution. On the court now for the Iowa Central Tritons. Owen Thomas is in alongside Jaden Clark, alongside Isaac Besh, Cale Stulo, and Josh Baker. 75-59, 57 seconds remaining. Lopez shoots once more. Front side of the rim, he misses both, but he's got his back. Wake-up call now for Kesh.
Is Stulo going to do the Stulo step back?
Oh! Gets the crowd roaring down low. Woo! Oh, my goodness! Look at our guys the guys on our bench. Wish they had a camera on them. 75-61. Oh, we do. We do have a camera on them.
Yeah.
Stulo on the wing. Calls over for a screen. Coachelli calling a play off of the sideline. He's having Thomas push. Thomas throws it up. Clark can't save it. Nothing on the shot clock. This could be the second to last drive. Hard foul. Looking down low was Evan Decker.
What did he do?
It's a tech. Going to be called against Cale Stulo in the closing seconds of the game. So the shooting foul on Josh Baker. Stulo not happy with the call. I think he used some inappropriate language down there, and that'll tee him up. 75-62 after the shot made by Decker. He'll shoot once more. Gonna miss the second. 18 seconds remaining. It's going to stay with the Hawks because these guys will be shooting free throws with Decker.
Stulo's still talking to the ref back there.
He's got a love of the game. He'll make both. 75-64 with 15 seconds to play. It's still low basketball. And it looks like that'll most likely close out the game. 75-64 as the Central crowd is trying to get Stulo to shoot it. $75-64 is your final score. The Tritons Deuce go 2-0 against Northeast Community College. Folks, after this short break, me and Derek, we're going to break down the game, the scores, the highlights, and much more for the Triton Postgame Report in just a few moments here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
And we're back. The Tritons won 75-64. And we would like to say thanks to our sponsors of this broadcast, CNOS at Unity Point Improving Health, the proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. For the post-game report for the Hawks, Sanusi finished with 10 points, 12 rebounds, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Ostrich, 3 points and 3 rebounds. Wooddecker with 5 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 steals. And Jared Lopez with 12 points and
23 points.
23 points. My bad. And then for the Tritons, Stulo finished with 3 points, 6 rebounds.
Stulo finishes with 6 points. Taylor finishes with 4. Baker finishes with 7. Javante Keck finishes with 30. Jordan Majid with 13. Tunander with 5. As we go down to Kyler Matthias, he finished the game with 13. Clark, a total of 4 points. Clark also had a steal and a block to his tally. Javante Keck had 2 blocks, 1 steal. Jordan Majid, 2 steals. Josh Baker, 1 steal to my tally. And then Kev Taylor, a total of 1 block. 75-64, that is how we got to the points out there on the court. Final score. It was a good one, wasn't it, Derek?
Yes, it was.
Got any favorite moments of the night?
The whole time, Iowa Central's fired. They were on fire the whole game. Both games, men and women. They played great on defense, great on offense. Both games.
Had a really good game tonight. Deuces 2-0 against Northeastern. The Iowa Central Tritons, they're going to move on to a positive record, 10-9 and 2-4 in the conference. Got to see some teams lose so we get out of last place. We're not last place in the conference, but we've led up the most losses. The Tritons can turn it around here for the boys. The girls are in prime position to be serious underdogs, especially being unranked to start the season. Are you kidding me? I'm so impressed what Coach O has brought together for these ladies, and I'm excited to see what they can do for the rest of the season, knowing they have just 1 loss on the season. Iowa Central Tritons, they're going to be looking to move on after they get their 10th win on the season. I'm going to be excited what they can do as well. 75-64, like we said, is your final score. Before we go, I'd like to shout out CNOS at Unity Point, Improving Health, myself, for sponsoring the entire broadcast. Thank you guys very much for sponsoring the broadcast. Big shout out to my main man, Javi Sanchez, who's been our producer. He's our producer for all of our sport productions for the most part anyway, unless he sleeps in. No, I'm just kidding. Much love to you, Javi, as we had a great time with him tonight. He ran camera, he ran scoreboard, and, of course, he ran the stream for us. He had a great time with us. I had a great time with him. And Derek, I'd like to thank you as well, my brother, as we're going to have a lot of fun this season broadcasting the rest of Triton Winter Athletics right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Folks, I tell you what, I've had a great time tonight. Got to see 2 Triton victories, and thank you for stopping in for the broadcast. Derek, would you like to add anything else?
Nope. Not anything else.
Okay, folks, well, the final score tonight, 75-64 for the boys, as the Triton ladies got a big victory as well. Folks, until next time, this has been Triton Nation's YouTube channel and this installment of the men's and women's basketball matchup against Northeastern.